going now.
There they go.
The thingy goes.
There they go again.
I love it. Hey, there we are. That's us.
Oh, hello.
Hello, people.
Internet.
All right.
Now continue.
My screen's so bright.
The torch, they're doing something. They'll be right
The
back.
tort is putting eye drops in.
Oh, nice. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Functions and Dragons. It is Friday. We are all very burnt out and excited to be here.
So burnt out.
So this could be a fun stream. Yeah, real quick recap. I think we have some new people in the chat, so I'll go ahead and recap kind of back a little ways. Our great adventuring party here met up first episode in a small town, helped defeat some ancient skeletons that rose out of an old thing into the ground, or out of the ground, kind of banded together, headed to the city of Eklund's Fall to deliver a message for the magician that they helped there in the city. They acquired a tavern by doing some work in exchange for a trade. Spent some time renovating the tavern, getting involved in the town, fighting, doing some stuff. And now they are currently in the process of trying to take on the Steel Kings, a crime organization with nefarious ends in the city. We lost Kate again.
Nefarious. I'm sure.
All right.
She will return. Yeah.
And yes. I think what else we. Oh, and currently.
We're gonna blow up a boat.
Currently working on blowing up a boat.
Yeah. That might be the most important part.
Because... What?
That might be the most important bit. We're about to blow up a boat.
The boat is owned by the colleges in the city, and the Steel Kings want it blown up, and you all are trying to get in good with the Steel Kings. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
And we haven't had combat in 4 sessions, so we're like, okay.
Yeah, we'll blow up your boat.
Blow it up.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
We need a stress release. Time to blow up a boat.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
The murderous intent is rising.
Okay.
You don't need therapy, is what you need.
No, we just need to blow up a boat.
No, that's not therapy.
Yeah.
You cannot prove to me that that is not therapy.
Yeah, adventurers will literally blow up a boat before they go to therapy.
Yeah.
We all have our
Yeah,
ways.
really. Don't worry. We're really good, guys. Really.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Tori asked how'd Talita get out of prison. So Talita was freed through a favor by the High King, which was
Big strings were pulled.
big strings, the highest strings, if
Yeah.
you will.
The string.
Yeah.
Like in this, like the string was pulled.
Don't worry, we're the morally ambiguous. Yeah, pretty much.
String
Yeah,
theory.
yes. Yeah. We broke physics to get them out. Yep, that's what we did.
So,
Kate, can you hear us yet?
oh yeah,
Not
Kate.
yet.
That's-
Kate can't hear us.
Yeah. She posted in the
Oh
chat.
no.
Yeah.
Hang on. Time out.
All right.
I'm not a troubleshooter, so.
I'm trying to remember what setting that is. Settings, audio. Let me bring it up real quick.
Don't worry, we're the morally ambiguous guys. That is exactly it.
Audio
Lame.
and video.
That's perfect.
Hello, we're here to save the day or make it worse.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which.
One of those
Something's
things.
gonna happen.
Hello, we're here. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it. We're just here.
We're here to be involved.
Ericos and I are here to minimize collateral damage as much as possible at this point.
Rage biscuits.
I should make that a shirt.
Yes.
We've also
I would
discovered
buy that
biscuits
shirt.
are a violent weapon in this world. They can be used offensively.
Range attack.
Yeah.
I was just trying to give the guy a spicy biscuit. I mean, his eye got in the way. You know? details.
Silence.
Silence. Which is how every joke I make should be greeted. Thank you.
Good. Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat where we are.
I laughed.
Discord.
I got.
Yeah, so we're trying to work out some audio issues for Kate here. I'm wondering if like maybe it's like a case of installed some stuff, need to restart some stuff.
Oh my god, how many times can I mess up the word Discord?
Discord.
Please do it again.
I
There we go.
always mess up
Very touch strong.
Discord. I also always mess up because. Somebody tweeted about that the other day, and I also always misspelled because.
How do you spell it?
Convenient.
I just
Can't spell
mistype
that
it.
word the first time right
Yeah,
ever.
like I know how to spell it.
CONVENIENCE.
Ooh.
I can't spell
I
necessary.
can NECESSARY.
Oh my goodness.
There's
I
too
can
many-
spell almost anything as long as I don't think about it.
Necessary really mess with me. I'm like, are there 2 C's or 2 S's, or are there 2 of both?
Yep.
I don't know.
1 C, 2 S's.
It's just NECCCC. CC.
MMORROW.
And every time I spell beautiful, I have to spell it, or I have to in my head say beautiful.
Who
Oh yeah,
doesn't?
BEA beautiful. That's just how it should be pronounced.
Fine.
BEA
If I-
beautiful.
If I stop and think about how to spell things, I get really mixed up. But if I'm just like, if I just start rattling it off, I somehow know how.
Yeah,
You should do a
And-
spell.
you should.
This like switch flipped for me in 8th grade. I couldn't spell anything. I just like pack the vowels in. When in doubt, add more E's. And
Nice.
and then in 8th
That's
grade
right.
it just like switched, and ever since then I'm just really good at spelling.
I'm-
And also I love grammar because I'm a nerd.
No, hey,
Emily,
that's
I
awesome.
feel
I'm
like
terrible at it.
if your life was a movie, then you would save the world with that skill.
Yeah.
Like something would happen, and Emily would be like, "I got this,"
Yeah,
and then just rattle off the spellings of everything. And
it'd be like a bomb that needs like a specific spell. You have one
Right.
chance to get it spelled right.
and you have to do it within like you have to spell an entire paragraph within 30 seconds or something.
Oh my goodness.
Supercalifragilistic
That would be so stressful.
reality.
I used to be able to do that one,
Yeah.
but I can't anymore.
I did a drunken spelling bee one time, which was a lot of
That
it,
sounds
like
fun.
it was at like a cabaret club in Indy. It's a really cool place. But yeah, you like went up and you spelled a word, and if you got the word right, you had to finish a beer. And they were like cups of beer. They were like huge. And if you got it wrong, you were like out or whatever. But I think you had to finish one before you went up to. By the time we were done, no one could spell anything. It was definitely weighted towards like go make a fool of yourself on stage because you've had way too much to drink
Absolutely.
and can't continue spelling, and to not like continue spelling correctly.
Yes! Yes!
Woohoo!
Yes.
Nice.
Hello. Welcome back, Kate.
All right. We are full party
right.
again.
We are.
Are we live now?
Are we live now? We've
yes.
been live.
Yeah, we've been live for a while.
I'll just like hide somewhere
No, you're good.
Chimney.
behind my hands.
Chimney is a hard one because I always want to put an extra I between the M and the N. I want to do chimney.
Ah,
Chimney.
chimney,
Like,
chimney.
That is, yeah, chimney,
Chimney.
chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the Mary Poppins up in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ambience.
Yeah.
I used to say when I was a kid.
I just want to keep adding more loops to the M's and the N's. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Some of my friends used to go Simeon.
Oh my goodness.
I do that sometimes that I've never told you because I thought it was weird.
Ah! I want to do it
I've
forever
done
now.
it to them. So.
I don't know what it was about that hiccup.
Oh, it was a good one.
I caught off guard.
I wasn't sure if you were laughing
Wish
at the hiccup
again.
or something else that I
Wish
did.
again.
No, I was.
Yes.
I think it was just so perfect, like in line with the. It's just. Oh, that was great. Yeah, we are doing the D&D here.
Yeah, this is
Or
what we do.
D&D.
Yeah, eventually we will.
This is what we do. I mean, we really do try. Like, we have books and dice and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we want to.
have a-
Nice bag.
Like, this is legit. I promise.
I don't know, with us it's kind of a roll of the dice.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. Well, yeah. in the world now, blowing up the boat stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everyone, let's real quick just go through, have everyone say. So last time we ended, y'all found a boat to go help maybe save some of the people who were going to be on the boat that you were blowing up. Sim acquired some, Talita acquired some like stuff to blow the boat up with.
Stuff.
So and we're jumping now to day of the raid heist explosion.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and just go around the circle, and everyone tell me what you've done in the last couple days leading up to this point. We'll start with Kurt, who's on the top left of my screen.
Cool. Yeah, so Ash is trying to spend as much time new to the magic thing, so would definitely seek out my tutor, try and pick up some more spells from my smell book. I wish I had a spell book. So working on that, but trying to like work on dealing with mixing magic and combat. And then trying to go down and actually get some work for a couple of days at the docks, or preferably on a boat. I want to try to get comfortable on a boat because I haven't been out on the water like that. So I want to be able to be useful come adventure day, boom day.
All right, cool. Jonathan, how about you up next?
So, for those in the chat who are not familiar with Ericus' background, Ericus grew up a pirate. Whenever Ericus hears about getting on a boat with people he doesn't know, he immediately goes into oh hell no mode, because he needs to know everyone on that boat, because if you're a pirate and get on a boat with a bunch of people you don't know, you're gonna die. That is just how that works. So, in the time leading up to this, Ericos would have spent some time finding and meeting with the crew that would have been assembled for this adventure. And he would have gotten to know them a bit in the only way that one seafaring lad would get to know other seafaring lads, getting them really drunk and singing songs with them.
Yes.
So, over the past 3 days, Ericus has been making friends with these lovely folks, singing sea shanties with them, buying them plenty of rounds. I will subtract the necessary gold later. Really just getting to know them, why they're, kind of in this line of work. Ericus does have a pirate outfit. I don't have the full mental image of it, but he would not be wearing his paladin garbs. He would be wearing his piratey garbs, as it were. So that is what Ericus has been doing.
All right.
Wait. Does your paladin colleagues actually know you have a pirating background?
Some of them do. In general, they're fine with it. Ericos definitely met with some amount of skepticism and resistance to become a paladin based on his upbringing, both being a tiefling and a pirate. So there was a lot of judgment cast upon him for those things, but in general, he finds that he's able to kind of navigate those waters as best pretty well. So
awesome. I liked the navigate those waters.
Yeah, that's very clever.
Good fun. Cool. So, Sim, you are up next.
You're muted, love.
So Talita has been working hard building the devices that he needs for blowing up the motherfucking boat. And
Yeah, I think you're
also-
echoing through Emily's mic, maybe.
Yep.
I'll try to be quieter.
I'm muted.
What? Okay, so, and is also been trying to find out as much information as he can about the boat. He has some contacts to kind of go to figure that out. So
Cool. Real quick then, since you're doing a little bit of investigating, will you roll me a you're kind of like relying on contacts for this, you're not trying to like scope out the boat and like see it for yourself? Oh.
I would probably try that out a little bit too.
Okay. Roll me just a straight charisma roll to begin with, and then also an investigation roll.
Ooh. 19 for the charisma.
Ooh.
Nice.
And 19 for investigation.
Cool. Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet. So yeah, the way we'll do that then, just go ahead and you can ask me any questions that you're like interested in getting information for, and I will give you answers based on those rolls.
What kind of like?
You're muted
Guards
again,
are-
I think.
Oh. I'm still hearing myself. Are you fine?
Well, then this cord doesn't work with the button then.
It's not. I think y'all are good though. Like honestly.
Yeah, it's not too big
it's
of a
really
deal.
not.
You might try moving your mic just a little closer, Sam. I'm not sure if you're picking up.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that
way
is
better.
All right. So, what kind of like security do they have on this boat? Are there going to be areas that are like off limits to inspector, since I'm getting that those credentials? And is there any particular time when like the guards have shore leave or do a switching of the guards?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as far as security goes, you know that it's pretty well defended. This boat is it works for the colleges. It has a protection of the city. It's likely that there'll be a number of guards along with the crew. It mostly will be the contents of the ship, though. They haul a lot of relics and things from around the Empire back to the colleges to be studied, and also like just bring things like they sometimes have passengers that they bring in, things like that. So typically they fit just mostly cargo. The crew size is around 15. And that doesn't include the guards. So you know asking about, you kind of figure out like in general they usually have at least 2 members of the Wild Guard, which are the black armored guards, and then a few extra, basically the same as the town's guard, but they work for the college, and about 6 of them. So you also learn, you know, through some of your investigation and scouting and stuff, that they keep 2 guards on a single boat that is on the dock. They know that that boat is the only one that's supposed to approach. If another boat tries to approach, they will try to take it down, essentially, from the dock. What were the other questions? I'm trying to think.
Like if they do a changing of the guard.
Yes. So, not that you know of, the guards tend to stay on. Usually they'll switch out the first day that the ship arrives, and they'll put fresh guards out, because the guards that are on normally are the ones who have been there like for the whole voyage and come back, and so they're back from like their shore leave. The crew usually leaves, but typically there are still the same number of guards at all times on the boat. So yeah, that should be your information. And the like badge that you'll have, the access that you'll have, will come. You're essentially going to be an employee of the college, and working on just like checking out the relics and things that they've brought in. It's a pretty standard thing that they do, is have various members of the college come out with a guarded escort to like observe and like see what they've brought back. And if you recall, last time Yosebar did ask you to kind of investigate like what might be the interest of this boat, with the Steel Kings. So cool. And now we can jump up to Anna. You are what was Mara?
Well, Mara was practicing her baking. She would have picked up some more baking supplies, and directly before we go exploding, She will bake some of her famous spicy biscuits. Yes, fire biscuits, rage biscuits. Um, for those who don't know, they're called rage biscuits because they restore a rage slot, but also they're very spicy, and if you throw them at someone and they don't have their eyes closed, it can hurt.
And then you need to make apology cookies.
Yes.
Yes, they need to make apology cookies. Rage biscuits and apology cookies, they go together for reasons. But yeah, aside from that, Mara never learned to swim, and she figured that might be a good idea, so she attempted to get some swimming lessons, you know, and barring that, water wings, I guess, but like
Floaties.
sausage casings wrapped around her giant half-orc arms that are just inflated. But and also she wanted to purchase a set of binoculars or a telescope, something that would help her creep from afar.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you managed to get all that. You managed to find kind of like a spyglass style thing, very nautical themed spyglass. You feel very pirate-esque when you have it. Ericos, you can tell that it's mostly just like a novelty. You're like, no pirate would ever hold on to that.
No.
But it looks super cool.
I don't know what you're talking about, Erica. Oh, wait.
All right, Emily.
Yes.
What was Erisea doing?
Well, I feel pretty don't really feel like I have much to prepare. So I was going to go to the Temple of the Lady.
Yeah.
During this time.
Cool.
For backstory reasons.
Yeah. So what are you hoping to do there? Like what's when you get there, what are you doing?
I want to talk to somebody about my vision.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're I don't really know how religion works. And if there's somebody that I can talk to about the fact that a goddess appeared and talked to me, that would be nice.
All right. Sweet. Yeah. We can do that real quick. So yeah, you get to the temple. There's the District of the Five in Eklund's Fall is the main religious area. It's pretty easy to find the temple you're looking for. Much like the Greeks, they build statues to all of the gods. So you can tell the one that's a lady is the one that you are going to. So as you walk in, it's pretty solemn. There is a large tree that actually grows in the middle of the sanctuary itself. There's kind of like a stained glass window set in the far back that has just a dark kind of twilight scape with a moon kind of shining through it. And there are a number of monks and clerics and paladins of the lady kind of walking around.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of stand awkwardly and fidget with my bracelet a little bit.
So from kind of off to your backside, right? You hear someone just, hello. Yeah, yes. Can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering, if there was somebody that I could talk to that, oh dear. And then I run out.
He kind of calls after you. Oh, wait. No need to be nervous. What? Do you keep running?
No, stop.
Why are you so nervous? I'm more than happy to help.
I don't really know what to say. I had a vision, and I think that maybe I could get help here, but I don't really know anything about anything here. Um,
A vision, you say? One that
Yeah.
was connected to the lady?
I think she came and talked to me.
The lady spoke to you? How are you sure that this was an actual vision and not just a dream? We've had people come in here in the past.
Well, I don't know. my I'm sorry.
It's okay. Why don't you just start with telling me about your vision?
Okay. Let me pull it up.
Let me get my iPhone. 1 second.
Yeah.
I wrote down notes. It's in my dream journal.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, perhaps first I should tell you I come from a druidic grove. In the center of the empire, and my mother had a vision when I was a child that I was to save the grove, that I was destined, she thought. And then about a year ago, everyone got sick. And it's not anything that anyone had seen, and the healers in Fane don't know what it is. And then I had the vision, and I saw the world start and grow and then fade and grow, and the people, the different types of people came and went, and then I saw my people come, and then I saw my parents and me and everything in my life, and then the sickness, and then someone came next to me and spoke to me, and she we had a conversation about whether I could save them, and that it wasn't so much a sickness as a darkness returning to the land. And that I needed to bring back artifacts from the ancients.
Did this woman tell you anything else? Did she tell you who she was?
She said that she had many names. The only one I recognized was the Walker of the Woods.
Yes, a common name of the lady.
Yes. There was Zari, Brialan, and Harry.
As you say Brialan, he kind of stops.
Brialan, that's not a name known by many. We believe that to be the name of the lady when she walked the mortal realm. Well, if what you say is true, it sounds like you've been bestowed a great quest. No one's had visions of the gods in hundreds of years.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh dear.
I can just like feel Aricia getting so anxious right now of all of the responsibility.
Aricia is very anxious. Aricia was not raised to be religious. This is all very new.
Well, I mean, I can tell that you're quite nervous about this. I'd be happy to help you however I could. If the lady truly guides your step, it is my solemn duty to assist.
Okay. I'm not really sure what to do. though. I don't know where to find any of these things. There's I just in the vision it was like it forwarded to the future and I saw myself coming back with the items, but I don't know their names. I don't know anything about where they might be.
Visions of the artifacts. Can you tell me anything about them?
There was like a brazier. There was a flask of water that glowed. There was a censer also glowing as with smoke coming out of it. There was a circlet, like a little head circlet. Everything was glowing. Keep saying it was glowing, but everything was glowing. And then there was an amulet. I didn't see specifics. I don't really know.
Fascinating. Well, if you give me some time, I will do some looking into this. If what you tell me is true, this must be of great importance. I will be in contact. If you can give me some information, where could I reach you?
Yes. Oh, my name is Ericia, and my friends and I own the Wyvern Tavern. And I can usually be found there, or somebody will know where I am from there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I will. I'll be back with you as soon as I can.
What's your name?
Oh, yes. My name is Sharkar.
Sharkar. Okay. Thank you, Sharkar. Okay. And I'm gonna leave very quickly now.
Cool. And finally, let's jump to what would Ruby have been doing in this time?
I think she would generally just practice more spells, probably doing something as weird as like practicing Mind Spike on trees, or I think the way it pronounces Snilox Snowball Swarm.
Whoa.
Just in case we get discovered or there would be a need for battle.
Cool. Roll a couple d20s. Roll like 4 d20s for me.
Here we
Okay. Yeah. I really hope there's gonna be some wild magic happening, basically.
Yeah.
So 7, 8. Well, no, stop this. 8.
What?
Wow.
That's just not good rolling right there.
That's all right. There'll be more chances, probably. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you're all kind of prepping yourselves for this event, and as the day rolls around, you all, wake up on the day of, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go.
Do we know approximately what time the boom is happening?
Would Talita have told them? You have time to communicate through this. Obviously, you had a couple days, and
Yeah, once I found out when it was going to happen, I would definitely have let them know, and also the details about the guards and stuff like that.
Okay. So I have a spell that I can give a help on initiative for somebody that I can use once a day. It doesn't take up a spell slot. So I don't know if anybody needs help with their initiative, but I can do that up to 8 hours before we think we might be having to roll initiative.
We should probably give that to Talita, right? Maybe just in case, because...
But we're not gonna... I don't think we're even gonna see him today.
Oh, not at all. Okay.
Because he's out on that boat.
Well, will be, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would have met you
That morning.
within 8 hours of.
Come on, Talita, take the initiative.
Well, more I don't want to risk being seen with.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
I mean, I can just give it to myself, but I just wanted to offer it out. I choose Ericos. Ericos, you get 1d. I'm going to take a minute and cast Gift of Alacrity and you get 1d8 added to your initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
I made a decision.
Cool.
Great initiative you showed there.
Aha! Hey.
Ew.
We should have called this punctions.
Functions and Dragon.
Punctions and
It
dragons.
doesn't work very
I love
well.
it.
But yes,
I need something
punctions
better
and
than the trombone, but like not quite this. There needs to be like a middle between those two. You
Yeah.
know?
Light clapping.
Yeah, like a light clap.
just like a-
Exactly. That's what
just
it is. Yeah.
Or like the groan that you hear after an advent.
Yeah.
Just sample some of us.
Yeah.
I have a list of things that I need to get. So like one of them is like the 90s sitcom when like someone burns someone or says something, they're like, oh, the whole audience is like, ooh. Yeah, I need one
Can
of
we?
those.
We should just do a whole sitcom episode where everything everyone says just has a laugh track after it.
Yes.
We can have like the thing pop up that's like filmed in front of a live studio audience. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So what else? What's everybody else doing for the day?
I think Ruby would probably get at least a bit of Anna's bakery. Meanwhile, in the morning, maybe with like some nice tea, if there's tea in the D&D world.
Yeah, there's tea.
Just snacking, prepping her body. She doesn't have a lot of
Snacking.
like muscle or any strength, in fact. So she like needs all of the strength she can possibly get later on.
Casual
I'm just picturing.
snacking.
You know how like in anime, like the little characters are often the ones that eat just like an absurd amount of food.
Yes.
Just picturing like Ruby with like 40 plates piled up, and everybody walks in like,
Oh, Ruby's Goku. Just
Yeah.
go.
That's awesome.
Could, like take Ruby and just start, like doing lifts,
Yeah.
Yeah,
bench presses, like while you're just eating.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Uh,
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, Ash just gonna get up, same thing, eat, try and sneak some rage biscuits, maybe if Mara was willing to part with them. And then yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Ericos and just see like I'm nervous about the boat thing. I want to execute well on being helpful on the boat and helping each other, but I'm not new to boats, and Ash doesn't do well with like situations that he's not comfortable in. So yeah.
Ericos is a little hungover today.
Nah.
Ericos is out
Oh,
with,
that's
the,
right.
with the boys from the boat. He's a little slow to get up today. He goes downstairs and he's looking for some biscuits, hoping that Mara has made some more, and just kind of sitting there at the bar trying to work off. Oh boy, those guys like to have fun, I tell you. And yeah, that's what Ericos is doing this fine morning.
Right.
I would like for us to kind of get a little bit of a game plan around like once the boom happens.
Yeah.
I'm planning on turning into a giant seahorse to save anybody that's in the
Oh, that's right.
water.
Yes.
Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What?
You know that I can change into animals, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
I can do that.
I forgot one thing that I did do as well, which is do my ritual casting for Biscuit and have turned Biscuit into an octopus.
Oh, nice.
Aw,
Yeah.
that would be so cute.
Yeah.
Can you give him like a little hat?
I don't know
little
if I can
octopus
do
hat.
that. Yeah, if I can, then certainly. I'm not sure. I have to check with the spell and like see
I mean,
what it does.
we can make a hat for him.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
I'm saying.
yeah,
Like, we
for
can
sure.
just
Please.
make a
Yeah.
cute hat.
Yeah, you can make a hat. Biscuit would love a hat.
I still have some skulls downstairs. We could cut and. you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bone hat? Is that what we're gonna do now? I go
he's just a little like octopus with a
little
skull
on the
kind
hat.
of
head.
to the side.
Absolutely.
I like it.
No,
That's adorable.
that is adorable. Or even like wearing it kind of
That's gonna be
like
the
a
next
helmet, like
drawing.
octopus with a
Yes,
skull on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Kind of like
Okay,
a
I
Cuban
Yes.
can do
style.
minor illusion and do like some fire out of the eyes, like
Ooh.
out of the.
And then you got to get him like a lance and have him ride Rusty into battle.
Biscuit, you
Yes.
didn't sign up
Did
for
you see
this.
Tori said sea biscuit?
Literally.
Yes.
Sea biscuit. Rock-the-puss. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I love how much time we spend on our companion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half the point of D&D is
Yes.
one half is how cool are your characters.
Yeah, do I have
The
a
other half is-
staircase yet?
Yeah.
yes, you do.
That got taken
That's-
care of. Okay, so now Abby can come up
Yes.
and stuff. Okay.
Yay!
Speaking of companions.
Yeah.
Good crocodog.
Yeah, that's the best.
Wait, who doesn't have a companion here besides me? Or is it just me?
Ericus
Okay.
and Mara.
Ericus doesn't, right?
No.
We could be
No,
each
Erica's
other's
not.
companions.
I
Aww.
was gonna say, like,
That's
Ruby is
boring.
basically Mara's companion.
I love it. Cool.
And
I'm just
Erica
a horse.
I mean, we are also partners in crime, if you remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
Literally.
Poor old
You're-
man.
You're the biscuit mafia.
We.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. The Biscuit Mafia.
Yes.
Biscuit Mafia!
And Biscuit can be your mascot.
I feel like that needs to like that's the name of this group now.
The Biscuit
It's the Biscuit
Mafia.
Mafia.
I feel like having mafia in the name of our adventuring group probably doesn't give good vibes to people when
Wait,
we're
but
trying to
does
get hired.
sabotage do that to you? Because like
We
right
just
now,
say sass.
That's true. We say
Yeah, but, like,
sass.
underneath it, you know
mean-
I'm thinking
Oh,
sabotage.
for sure. Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
that's
just
what we
call
do. We
ourselves
provide it as a
DM.
service.
That's the inside words that you keep inside.
I was gonna draw
Safety.
Biscuit with the skull hat on, and then I just ended up writing the words Biscuit Mafia.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I want a t-shirt that says Biscuit Mafia on it. Like some crumbs underneath, or like a biscuit with some holes in it, you know, like smoking or something. Like little smoky holes.
I like it.
There's just butter melted onto the ground.
Oh. This is what we do. We really use this as an excuse to design t-shirts.
This whole stream
stickers.
is like, let's make merch.
You thought it was gonna be D&D.
How many different ways can we come up with an idea for
Yeah.
merch?
Speaking
for
of
Kate and
merch,
Anna to draw.
I got these in today.
They're so good.
Love it.
I need those
Right.
stickers.
Don't forget to pull the actual website where people should go and buy
I
them.
have it.
Yeah.
I have it. The stickers
Oh
are.
no,
in
I
there.
mean like
Put it
don't
in
forget
chat.
to like say it right now. to
Oh,
remind
yeah.
people where to go,
Oh,
and
very
then
good.
stick
Good
them
point.
up.
Let me just drop that in chat real quick.
Yeah.
I have a
Today's
DM question.
sponsored by
Dragon.
Working on Me.
Yo, I will
Yeah,
sponsor
what's
this.
That shop, right?
Yeah, what's up?
DM question. Would it be wild if Ruby and I trained together and came up with a combo move?
Oh my god. Please.
Oh my god.
Wild.
This is
Can
such
definitely-
big.
Please.
Why haven't you
Wild
done
in
this
the
already?
best way.
Is-
Wait,
Cat-
can we do
Cat's
like the
gonna
Dragon Ball Z like
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Cats can appreciate this because I'm in the section of Persona 5 where all the characters are starting to do this. Because they don't get combo moves, and this is just like big bobs right now.
You need multiple moves so that you can like have code names like run the toaster attack, and then she like pops up. You know, like different code
Genius.
names for the stuff.
I'm just imagining, you know, like, I don't know if any of you are Marvel fans, but like, Colossus? Is it Colossus and Wolverine? Wolverine claws out and Colossus just like throws him like a dart.
Fastball special.
Special.
Oh, the fastball special, yeah.
Wait,
No,
Mario
you're
can throw me like
Marvel,
an
you can-
arrow, and then I can like put a dagger in front of my
Yeah.
face and like.
Oh man, if we had like a staff that was not like sacred, like Arceus is, I could just like just make it like it could be strung, and then I could just shoot you like. Well, I was thinking.
I can carve you
You
things.
can just throw me.
I can make you other staffs. It's okay.
Oh man, I really liked the
Not
stab
expensive.
NATO idea. Just grabbing Ruby's ankles and spinning.
While she holds knives
Ooh,
out.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah, like I have a little knife.
Oh my goodness.
I like stab NATO.
Stab NATO.
So yes, you two workshop an ability. Run it past.
We will.
We'll figure
We
out.
will.
This is
Oh my god, we'll put spices on
Yes.
the knives.
So okay, yeah. We can do that. We just like put a bunch of like bakery on the knives. We have all of the spice
what is
sauce.
happening?
It does additional plus like 2 fire damage.
All right. So yeah, let's jump to we'll say like a couple hours.
I was in the middle of saying something when
Oh,
we
right.
went on
Yeah.
tangent because of the octopus and then the skulls. So I'm planning on turning into a giant seahorse.
Oh right, that's right.
As
But
one
I
does.
have 2 spells. I can cast a spell and keep concentration while I'm transformed.
Whoa.
And so there's 2 that I was thinking I could choose between that are concentration. So one is fog cloud if we feel like we should have fog.
That's a good spell to have. Yeah.
That is good.
But it would reduce our visibility as well.
Okay.
And since we're like the rescue team coming in, I'm not sure if it's actually like something that we want to do.
Is it completely symmetrical? Like how much it reduces
It
for
is
them, or reduces for us?
It is it's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point within 120 feet, and it causes the area to be heavily obscured, and it just like it stays until the wind disperses it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That could still be useful, I think. Like if you put the fog between the boat, maybe that we're gonna blow up, and us if needed, or between the docks and us if like we end up, I don't know, taking fire from land or something like that. I think it could
Okay.
potentially be a very useful spell.
I can't cast while I'm wild shaped.
Okay.
So it can't be like as a reaction to things after it happens.
Right.
The other thing that I could do, which I think might be a better choice, is enhanceability. And I can give somebody advantage on one of their types of skill checks.
That's good too. Yeah, that's a really good one.
So if somebody is like going in the water with me, I could give them like Constitution advantage.
Yeah. Or if Erica's
Or I can give Dex advantage, or like.
Yeah. I don't know what the
And that can last for an hour.
That's awesome. An hour. Yeah, I don't know like what you'll have to do steering the boat, sailing the ship, but if you have to do some rolls, it could be useful to have advantage on those, that's for sure.
Anybody have other thoughts on that? Fog or advantage? The Constitution one also gives you 2d6 temporary hit points.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, it depends if we really think we're gonna be fighting someone or if it's gonna go smoothly. And I'm pretty sure that, like in character, Ruby would not have faith into things going smoothly.
It's like we
Yeah.
plan on things going smoothly.
Yeah, but, like,
we know
problem-
us.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
us.
We know us.
I mean, we
But
haven't
if
committed
anyone-
like
is anyone else
genocide
going in
before,
the
so that's
water,
good.
like
Wait, what?
we've also only known each other for like 3 months.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
You know, give it time.
What did you
Is
think,
anyone
Kate?
else going in the water?
I think
Oh, I said it's good that we haven't committed like any like city genocide before,
Oh, yes.
because I know campaigns where like parties would
Yeah.
like murder a whole city accidentally, or like a device would blow up and like
I'm glad that
a lot
we
of
have
people.
We
And I'm
didn't
glad that
murder
we
entire
didn't have.
towns.
Not yet.
Yeah, let's try to prevent that.
Let's not do that today.
So is anyone else going in the water? Like Mara, you said that you were thinking about swimming, but you've never swam before. So
Oh, I
like
took
could
lessons.
right. But like I could help with Constitution if somebody else wants to help ferry people by swimming.
I think I'm gonna be helping to drag them on the boat when someone brings them to me.
Okay,
Because-
I could
Actually, I'm
help
not
with-
sure. Like Ruby's not strong. She has -1 in strength.
Mhm.
So would it make more sense to be in the water and help to gather people next to the boat and someone else to pull them, or to be the one pulling? Which one is like requires more exercise?
Well, I don't know. DM, Conlon, you might correct me on this, but I feel like the swimming would be more Constitution, and the hauling people up would be more strength.
Yeah, so swimming is, well, the action of swimming is strength.
Okay.
But how long you can hold your breath is based on your constitution.
Okay.
So like it's a little bit of both depending on what you're doing.
Mm.
Most characters I think have a swim speed equal to their
Half, right?
oh yeah, I think it's half the like move speed that they have. I was gonna look and see. I really hate D&D Beyond does not let you search like core rules. I don't think
Oh.
it like finds.
It's really hard to find stuff.
Yeah, I really need. I want to be able to just search the Dungeon Master's Guide, but it doesn't ever come up. I guess I could just get.
The Dungeon Master's Guide.
Just get the book.
What?
I told you I'm a professional DM. I have a DM screen and the Dungeon Master's Guide.
It is official now.
You have no proof that I am not professional.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I will look that up real quick. 1 second. Okay.
That makes me a professional player.
Yeah, exactly.
But also if while Conan's looking that up,
Mhm.
also if like if we think that we might have to diplomacy our way out of this, I could like give Ericos advantage on charisma checks or something like that.
That's
We
it.
could.
That's the one.
I also have disguise self, which might come in handy. So I don't know how yet, but maybe. I was like, that's got to be
You
a
can-
handy spell.
Wait, you can disguise yourself as a mermaid so that people would want to like come and,
And
like
follow me? I love it.
yeah, and follow you.
Yeah.
Mermaids
And like,
like
maybe like you can be like a
drown
bright
people.
mermaid so that or like a glowing in the dark one so that like while they're drowning in water they would have like a way
They
to
have
see
a
where
nice
to
neon
try
light to
swimming.
send them off.
I love your optimism. Like, well, they're gonna be drowning.
Disguise myself as a biscuit octopus. There are two of us. Dun, dun, dun. I
I'm
think
really proud of that,
that was-
octopus impression
was
I just
amazing.
did, by the way.
that was amazing. I think I still take up space. So, like, if I made the illusion of myself as an octopus, like, if you reached above me, you would, like, still bump into me, which is really interesting.
Also, disguise self is very it's limited to like
Yeah.
the same type of creature that you are. So you would have to be
Exactly.
humanoid still.
Yeah. But I could be a humanoid. I could be a humanoid
You
something.
learn poly.
Yeah, if I need to.
Saw?
Yeah, but you could disguise yourself like as a member of the Black
Exactly.
Armor Guard.
Exactly. Or
That, like one of the ones that we saw like inland that isn't gonna be like at the docks
yeah.
and be like, no, the king told me to come here.
Or any of the people I've seen. Like, I could be the harbor master. I could be the king. I could be.
Don't be the king. That's
don't
like
do the king?
really fucking treason. No.
Okay. All right, I'll pocket that one. I could be that super
Save that,
jerky.
Save that for a more important time.
Yeah, I could be the super jerky captain of the guard. The one that was like all about some torturing of Talita.
You could be the guy that like gave me the ticket for littering.
I could be the ticket giver. Yeah. Who else could I be that might be useful? This is me naming
So,
everyone we've
20
encountered.
gold.
The DM's guide does not have any rules on swimming except for underwater campaigns,
Oh,
where it tells you how to swim when you're underwater
Oh.
and like how long you can stay swimming for. It's very very interesting. But I think it's half your
I swore it was, but yeah.
yeah. Each movement costs an extra foot while swimming.
Oh, so that's
It's like rough
actually
terrain.
yeah, a tenth. No, wait. Each 5 feet costs 1 foot.
Each foot of movement costs an extra.
So
1 foot.
each
Oh, so it is
so
double.
Each
Okay.
square, each square that we move through costs
Yeah,
two squares.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like rough terrain. So maybe me and Biscuit should be just the ones in the water,
Yeah.
and then we've got like a rowboat,
And we
right?
bought a
We also
net.
want to get nets.
Yeah, we got some nets, and I've been practicing with
Yeah.
these items over the last few days, so I'm feeling pretty good about like twirling a net, catching some folks.
This is all
They're-
natural.
Wait,
Erica.
will you grab like the largest person and say, "Look at what fish I got"? Like
Yes.
like people like
Yeah,
like
you
to
hold 'em
pose
up.
with the like big fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold them up by their collar. Have somebody paint us.
Wow. I mean, people are gonna want to be rescued. You're not gonna have to like.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sell them on it.
Come on
So,
board our
okay, so
boat.
your
We've got
options are
biscuits.
to die, or you can be rescued. It's very
Yeah.
simple, really.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah. People are gonna want to be rescued once their boat blows up,
That's a good
and
point.
we'll be the heroes.
But we're gonna do like a
Says
slow blow up.
Emily. Aricia does not think this way.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking I will do the back to the spells. God, I'm taking forever with this. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We want to be prepared. We only get one shot.
Wait, where's
Insert
charisma?
M&M.
Oh, I will. So once the boom happens, I'm gonna cast Eagle's
I'll be right
Splendor
back.
on Ericos, which is advantage on charisma checks, and you'll have that for an hour as long as I have concentration.
All right.
And then I will turn into a giant seahorse as I dive into the water.
That's. Didn't you also say someone can like ride on your back? Oh, that's how you'll get people like back to us.
That's how I'm gonna get
Yes,
people.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then
Scoop
yeah,
and go.
and I can communicate with Biscuit up to 100 feet, which means even in the water. So if people go, we'll have you, Aricia, be able to easily pick people up, and while Biscuit won't be able to pick people up and help them, can at least spot people. And so maybe we can relay that information or use nets or whatever to help some folks. Okay. It's starting to sound like
Yeah, he can like
a
scout
plan.
for people, and
Yeah.
then when I ferry people back, you can tell me where to go next.
Yeah. And so Ericos, I guess, will we just like roll up by the boat and drop anchor, and then we just like we be ready at the rowboat and to go to pull these people out of the water? Is that?
We want to move as quickly as possible. That's probably the best way to do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But we don't want to be too close ahead of time because we're having a cruise that no one showed up for.
Party boat.
Oh,
Do we
I
know
forgot
what
about
the
that.
On the
there
water
any-
in the winter on a Wednesday
Oh,
wood.
Colin's not here, right? Yeah, I have a question about how weather works in this world and how predictable it is, particularly wind patterns.
That's a good
That may
question.
affect. Yeah, it may affect things.
Talita has his own exit strategy, right?
No,
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the people you pull out of the water.
You sound like a
like
robot.
a robot. But yes, Talita's coming with us.
Yeah, it's all crackly.
Wait,
Okay.
he sounds like a row the boat.
Hey.
I think I might have made that joke before. I don't know. I can't remember.
So you're gonna like still be on the boat when the explosion happens. It's not like a delayed charge sort of thing.
The initial.
Still robot-y.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me restart my headphones.
that's really robotic.
Meet more.
Meet Morp.
Now it's windy.
Yeah, I love it. I was like, oh, yes.
Sir, this is Wendy's.
Sir, this is
Got him.
Is this better?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot.
That's way better.
Like there's
So-
not even echo that was there before.
And that's gone.
Nice. Okay, so I'm setting up a small device that will put a hole in the ship, and another device that will create a bunch of smoke, which will be your signal to come and assist. And then as we boat away, I'm gonna blow up the powder magazine, and the whole thing is just gonna explode.
Ooh. I love it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Sound convinced.
Me?
So the smoke is your signal to come help people off the boat.
Okay.
and I can trigger that explosion of the powder magazine from a distance.
Okay. Cool.
So it'll look like a fire started and caught the powder magazine on fire.
We'll
Heck
just go
yes.
weed and stuff.
All right, let's do
It
it.
was always burning since the world turned.
We
Okay,
didn't start
other
the
back.
fire. We just saved everyone. I can't do this. I quit.
We're on a party boat.
Yeah. Wyvern on
We're
the
really good
water
at-
on a Wednesday. No, it's not a Wednesday. Wyvern on the water in the winter for the weekend
On the weekend.
extravaganza. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly that.
Exactly. Okay, so it's time, right? We should probably head to the docks and get ready and get on this boat, check in with the crew, do all that fun jazz.
Mhm. Yeah, get ready for our party cruise.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my goodness. We're gonna blow up a boat today.
Yes.
How did this happen? How did we get here? Seems like
Careful planning and
Talita.
determination.
seems like just yesterday we were at a festival and the ground opened up. And
And there were, you know,
yeah,
zombies.
yeah. And then you
I'm
know,
so glad we got to meet y'all.
your shell. Oh, you're not there right now, Talita. Talita's shell was rainbow, and
Mm.
yeah, it was a really fun evening. And now look at where we are. We're about to blow up a boat together. This has come a long way.
Dreams do come true.
Ah. I would like to say though, I feel like we've really come together as a team, and look at us doing big things, trying to save the empire. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exploding boats.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel better about going up
Oh.
north as well. Let's not forget about that. We still got a lot of work to do.
So
Exploding
yeah,
boat for reasons
we
that
had-
we don't know.
We had a whole thing with Ericos and the demon, right?
Yeah, that's still got to
Yeah.
get settled. We're gonna take care of that.
we're gonna get back to that, I'm sure.
And we also have to go back to what's it called to get paid.
Oh yeah.
Scheiße.
And the order of marks, we also like have to figure that out.
Yo, you know what?
Um,
That's it.
And save my entire family and probably the world.
I mean that
Ah.
too. Deep.
Many times, saves the
That's
world
an
actually
average day
multiple
for me.
times, and the kingdom.
Yeah. Or
Because
Like,
I still
there's
do
a- there's-
believe that the king is not the real king. You
There's
can't. You can't just,
literally
like,
a darkness that's gonna consume the entire world, but
that's good.
know,
That's good.
It's
Or
I get to decide whether to save
plan
it.
B. We see how this party boat thing, pans out. We give it a try for maybe a year or two. Run the party boat.
Or we embrace the darkness.
That
too.
That too. Oh, I think we've half lost Talita. Like, we got to be very careful about what we do over the next couple of adventures here with Talita, because it's getting dangerous. It's getting very ready to take down everything. Steel Kings, empires, anything.
is there a way to predict weather patterns, by the way, Colin?
Ooh.
Particularly wind?
Whether-
Yeah, like the crew. So most ships, have a deck wizard of some kind that is there to provide services like that. So yeah, you could probably figure out general wind patterns, things like that. They're
Yeah.
pretty well known, especially in the known waters here.
Okay.
You just got to look it up in the Sailor's Almanac. That's real. I didn't make that up right now.
Yes,
Of
deck
course it's
wizard.
real.
All right.
Real if you want it to be.
Cool. So yeah, y'all getting on the boat, going out, starting
I
the
think
party
it's
cruise?
time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's head to the docks.
Sweet. Yeah, you get there, crew's all ready. Ship is looking a little better. They've definitely cleaned up the boat a little bit, put a little bit of work into it. Spit shined the logo. It's looking good.
What's it called again? The
The
A boat. Sorry.
The boat.
Really needs to
Yeah.
Good enough for it.
The Bezrisma.
Whoa. That's right. Okay. We're gonna need a new name for this boat, because didn't we basically purchase this in our heads anyway?
We talked
In our
about
heads, yeah.
Yeah.
we talked about purchasing it, and then we never
Ash-
did anything.
Ash and Ericos were like, yeah, we should buy a boat. Everyone else was kind of like, eh.
Oh, if Talita was there, he would totally have been on board.
Oh.
On
But he could
board.
be on board.
Ah.
Get it on board? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we get on the boat. What do? We just gotta wait, right? We need Talita to do their thing. We need our first signal, right? Which was gonna be a lot of smoke. How's this
Don't we
work?
also have to like wait for no one to show up and be like, well, I guess we'll just do it ourselves? Like, don't we still have the charade?
No, I think we kind of just said we're gonna do that, and at this point, we were just like gonna get on the boat and go, and just be like, YOLO.
Okay.
Would you say it's sunk cost fallacy?
Oh, I can't. Y'all are killing me.
All right. Yeah. So you get out on the boat. As you pull away from the docks, you actually see this one dude come up and say, "Am I too late for the cruise?"
We're sorry, we're booked up. We're full. There's no one on the boat. It's a freaking ghost town.
Do we have anything we could toss to him, like
Biscuit.
an ale? That
A
has
biscuit?
Biscuit?
Biscuit. Toss him a biscuit. Do not aim for the eyeball.
He kind of just smacks it out of the air and he goes, "All right." Cool. Yeah, you get out on the water. I'm assuming this is a little bit before the everything is going down.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of getting there a little early, chilling. Cool.
We're
Yeah.
cruising the harbor.
Yeah. Cool.
No.
So yeah, you kind of get out towards the area where the other boat is, the Star Chaser is. Not super close because
No.
they'll blow your boat up. Cool. Let's go ahead and jump to Talita then. Actually, we could also just take a break real quick. It is 9:40, so we can take a quick break and then jump to Talita. And
That's a good
continue.
idea. I like it. I
Sure.
like it.
Sounds
We
like
should
a-
probably stop calling it quick break because every
Well,
single
let's
time
just say
it ends
break.
up
Try to
We'll just
happening
say the
for
word
half an hour.
break.
Okay, but here's the thing. If we admit that it's not going to be a quick break, we're like, let's take a break.
That's true.
going
We
to be
won't
long.
come
It's
back.
going to end up being longer.
That's true.
It's going to be like 45 minutes
No,
later.
we won't be back in
So-
45 minutes,
Right.
folks. We'll be back
Let's
before
do it.
that.
It's a quick
Like, it's going to be a quick break, and then it will be a reasonable break.
Yes.
20 minutes. Get it? We're starting
Maximum.
back at 10.
Yeah. All right.
10 p.m.
See you in a
EST.
few minutes.
Yes.
only like 2 minutes past.
Yeah, we did it.
We're
Let's
good.
blow up the
There we
boat.
go. I
wanna
flipped us
blow
over
it
while
up.
we were
I mean,
chanting,
not
blow
really.
up the boat. Blow up the boat.
Blow up. I like it.
All right, we're back.
All right, well, welcome everyone. We are back. Let's blow up a boat.
All right.
Hopefully we succeed.
Talita,
It is me.
what are we doing? We all listened to that video of Corpse, and now we're just all like,
Meat voice.
low voices.
Corpse voices.
Not even gonna try.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna go down and meet the person.
Domishia?
Yes, I actually wrote down the name. I was going to my notes.
Oh yeah, you're good. Oh, no worries. I got my notes pulled up, so on my really cool digital tablet thing, which is tons of fun.
This episode's
I feel
sponsored
real
by-
fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I wish, right?
That's what we need.
We'll see. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
If you're a sponsor and you want to hit us up for sponsorship,
Ayo.
you can sponsor the
That's
stream.
right.
Let us know. You know, make something D&D related, and you want to be displayed alongside hornyonmain.shop, our premier sponsor. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah. What's Talita doing? So Domishia is there.
Okay,
Meeting them.
let's get this over with.
And she kind of just nods and walks off towards the dock. All right. She leads you away from where you meet to the dock. It's the boat that you saw earlier in kind of your scouting. It's essentially just like a little barge that they use to row out, but it's like specifically marked for this purpose, so that they don't like blow it up when it gets close or attack it when it gets close. So as she walks up, the two guards there standing by the boat say, identification, please.
I pull out the paperwork from the college.
They take it and kind of look it over. Kind of look for a second. All right, all seems to be in order. Hands it back.
So, let's go. I have a busy day ahead.
So you hop on the boat and Domitia starts rowing you out. It's just the two of you. The other guards stay behind. Yeah, no troubles. You approach. The water's pretty calm today. You start to approach the Star Chaser, and once you arrive, there's a small ladder to climb up. I'm assuming just going on up. Cool. So as you reach the top of the boat, you kind of come out onto the deck. It's not the biggest boat in the world. It's clearly meant for speed, and like it's kind of a balance between speed and carrying capacity, right? And so it's only really the top deck and then an under, like the mid deck, basically, that you would be going into. And it doesn't have a ton of weapons. It's clearly not meant to be like a, fighting kind of galley. So on the boat proper, on the main deck, you see a few ship hands kind of going about their business of just keeping the boat in order while it's still on the dock, stocking things, reloading the supplies that they need for any of their voyages. You also see a few guards, the wild guards. There's one on the top deck that you see, but there aren't very many guards. And it's pretty light actually in terms of like the crew, especially given like what you did, your research on to Talita. You kind of noticed that like there are less guards than you would expect.
Almost like you told an authority figure you were planning on exploding it.
I'm gonna walk up to. Do I notice anyone that looks like they are in charge?
So not so much. Not on this level, at least. The people up here seem to be kind of just either guards protecting the area or ship hands that are just clearly like going about their duties. But you do see there's a door that leads down to the lower decks, the mid decks.
I'm gonna go ahead and head over there.
Okay. Yeah. So you have pretty much free access. The guards do watch you the entire time. You can tell that the wild guard specifically is just staring you down as you kind of move across the decks. Yeah, you manage to go down. No big deal. You get down to the lower decks. As you enter the lower decks, it's a pretty wide room. It's a fairly wide ship, set for sailing and, like I said, carrying capacity. There's a number of chests and various things kind of laid in, or like set and kind of bolted into the ship itself. Hold on one second. Sorry, my dog is making a bunch of noise. Give me 1 second.
I was wondering what that was. I was like, who's shaking maracas?
The only acceptable resolution is to show us a dog.
Honestly.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, that's a requirement.
I can do that. 1 second. Come here. Come here.
Aww,
See a puppy.
Come here.
I see the face. Oh, look at the
Oh.
puppy. Look at this good
What is it,
noodle.
little? What's the matter?
Oh, hello.
Markov, but
baby.
big
I
size.
love it because
It really is like a big Markov.
It is.
super cute.
Yep.
Oh, Brindle.
Brindle.
Oh, hi,
Couldn't
babe.
remember what that was called.
Oh, life is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
for a
good
dog.
pup.
Looks so much like Markov.
Hold on.
Oh, there's another one.
more puppos.
The other one.
Double doggo!
the
Hello,
other dog.
look at that
Yay.
nail!
This one is more
Yeah,
excited about being on
yes.
camera.
Yes, it's the me.
Look, I'm a star.
Yep. That's Rowan and Tyr.
Give me just 1 second. I think these headphones are telling me I need to swap out my battery.
No worries.
I will be right back. It keeps beeping.
Bleep. We should. I'm gonna play a beeping sound every like 15 seconds.
Beeping
Yeah.
sounds at least better. Like my AirPods would just like make a sound and then shut off completely once the battery died.
Question. Do y'all have any fun names for your pets while we wait for
Oh.
us to come back?
Oh wait, I do have pets now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you do.
These rats. Yeah.
Rodentia.
I call Rowan Rowboat a lot.
Aw.
Or Boat, which is a fun one because everybody's just like, why do you call her Boat? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, because it's Rowan, and then it's Rowboat, and then it's a boat, you know?
That makes sense.
And Tyr, he gets Tyrannosaurus Rex a lot.
Yeah.
Or a T-Rex.
Mhm.
Yeah, mine aren't.
My best friend calls Milo brown sugar.
Aw. Yeah, mine aren't that clever.
Markov is.
Oh, go ahead. What were you
What?
saying? What?
I wasn't saying it because I was listening to you.
I say mine aren't that clever. Like my names, it's just really their names, and then I just add like E to the end or like something like that. So like
Uh-huh.
Neptune is Neppy Toony, and then Lola
Aw.
is Lila Lils. Normally is what we say, but that's it.
Aw.
Yeah. Lola Lils.
Hey, buddy. Markov's trying to get on the conversation. Markov is Sir Doglington.
Whoa, that's
Um,
a good one.
Either that or Cupertino, California.
Yeah, I feel like more information is needed there. Like, what? It's like,
Only
Yeah,
when we're
I'm
on
super
walks.
curious. Wait, how is that related to Cupertino?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I live right next to Cupertino. I live in Sunnyvale.
it's not Cupertino. It's when I'm trying to get him to go, it's Poopertino.
Oh,
I like it.
that's amazing.
It's really silly. He's a good boy. But anyway, yes,
All right.
Okay.
and
So
it was good.
Sim is back.
I have batteries.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna. So you said it's a wide ship. Is there any like closed off areas?
No, you can tell this is the main just like hauling space. On this level, there are not as many people. There's like one or two ship crew that you can tell are just there, like, you know, getting things ready, preparing the ship. And there is a single person that looks as though they probably are a scholar of some kind, somewhat involved in this transportation of these goods. Yeah, that's it. Around the area, however, you see a number of there's a few pedestals. There's a few like tables with small chests on them. There are a few bigger chests. stacked neatly and very neat, but clearly lots of various goods.
Is there? Do I see where the gunpowder and ammunitions are?
So there's not a ton. Like I said, there's not a lot of but towards the back you do see a few barrels. That you did notice at the top of the ship there were a couple cannons. Clearly they don't like value too many cannons, but sometimes you run out of magic, and sometimes you can't cast spells on a boat, and so cannons can come in useful. So yeah, there are a couple barrels of gunpowder, not too many, but they're like way towards the back in kind of a roped off area. That's just, it's kind of like netting that's used to hold the barrels up against the back of the boat.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start inspecting the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Looking through the tomes, opening the chest, seeing what's there, seeing if I can figure out what they're hauling, what the Steel Kings may want to recover after the ship goes down.
Yeah. So as you're kind of looking around, the scholarly gentleman walks up and he's, hello. Could I help you?
No, I'm doing my job. Leave me alone.
Oh, yeah, yes, you're the inspector from the college, yes?
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. Well, I'm the resident scholar aboard the Star Chaser. I tend to catalog and keep track of these artifacts. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know.
I will. I'm going to keep inspecting stuff.
Cool. So the first thing that you find so going left and kind of around the boat to your right, so there's a small table. On it are a number of books. You see a few various things kind of inscribed in the books. Some look somewhat like spell books. Some look like maybe some guides to historical figures, things like that. Relatively old. You can tell that these are like tomes of knowledge that have been recovered and are being brought back for cataloging and keeping track of. You can investigate them more if you'd like, whatever you need to know.
I would like to see if any of them are particularly like related to I can't remember what class I am. Artificer.
Yeah. So there are a few. So the main tome that you find is rather large, and quite old. And it has a name kind of inscribed, and on the side it just has the name Nazir inscribed on it, which you kind of recognize from some of your studies in the past. Probably he was like a legendary wizard from a very long time ago. You're not quite sure who he was. As you kind of flip through the book, you see there are a few musings on mecha-magical items, specifically around like ancient technologies, things like that. Clearly he was kind of studying the ancients and spending some time on their society, but not too much in the like actual artificing of those things. Okay. Mostly just in general.
Do I notice anything about the like items that they've brought back? No, not the tomes.
So moving forward, you find kind of a pedestal over top of it, and a very nice like velvet on that pillow is what appears to be. It looks kind of like paper, but not quite like paper. You can't quite. You've never seen anything like this before.
I'm going to proceed to take the glass case off.
It is bolted on. It does not come off.
I'm gonna pull out one of my tools
Uh-oh.
and undo the bolts.
As you do, the guy who was helping you comes over and he says, "Oh, I would not recommend doing that. That paper is very, very old." It's the wrong accent for that guy, but it's okay.
I'll take it.
He said, "Oh, that paper is very, very old. I would not recommend doing that."
How am I supposed to inspect it if I can't get to it?
Normally, under these circumstances, you would not be the one truly inspecting it. I can tell you whatever you would need to know about that, but it would need to be put into a secure vault in the college before it could be opened.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Oh, yes. Well, we believe that this is a piece of ancient writing. We recovered this piece of paper, or whatever this actually is made of. It's not quite paper. From an ancient site that recently opened up in the Western Empire.
Do you know anything about the writing on it?
Unfortunately, I myself am not an expert on ancient writing, but we were hoping to bring it back for someone to take a look at. We're unsure. The site itself had very little in it. We did some more excavating. This was the only thing of our real interest that we found, aside from that amulet over there.
Tell me about the amulet.
Well, we don't know much about it either. It appears to be made out of a proto-arcanium of some kind. We believe it to have some sort of enchantment on it, but we don't really know what it does. All the references that we found to the ancient site seem to state that this area belonged to Caltrix. This is the only information we found on this name, but we believe the paper and the amulet are connected.
I would like to go inspect the amulet.
Cool. Yeah, so there's a small chest kind of sitting next to the pedestal that has the paper in it. And as you open it, inside is a small amulet. It's a small piece of very, very silvery metal, far more silvery than arcanium typically is. On the face of it is inscribed I'll just show you a picture. Hold on one second, because it's going to be harder to describe. So if you can see.
Oh, I see it.
That.
I go a little to the side, to your right, probably. A little bit to your right. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Is it glowing?
That's the spot.
It is not.
So it's an eyeball with a handlebar mustache above and below.
Yep.
I need a glowing amulet.
Do I know anything about this? Would I recognize anything at all?
No. It's clearly ancient. You've never seen metal like this before. You've never seen this style of kind of like the glyphs on it. You recognize from your little bit of time in the ancient lab at the very, very beginning of this whole thing. This definitely is ancient. It looks like their kind of stuff, but you can't really determine what it does.
Okay. I don't think I have detect magic. I do not have detect magic. So it looks like I'm missing half my spells. What is going on? Okay. So as I've been doing this, I have found nice secluded places to hide the smoke bomb.
Okay. Yeah. Make sleight of hand check.
10.
Okay. Yeah. So you can tell that Domitia saw that you planted this. Like clearly was kind of right there next to you. She doesn't say anything. The scholar.
Okay.
Cool. There's a few more things around. Mostly books, some various other tomes. And then there's also finally a what you recognize actually from the ancient lab from before, a small ancient power device. It has just a small amount of fluid left in it. But you've seen this similar thing, but only empty before. It's got this kind of blue pearlescent material inside that kind of swirls on its own.
Like the things we did in the other thing. Okay. But it's just by itself.
Yeah, it's just like contained in a chest of its own, and then there are a number of other chests with various like trinkets, things that clearly aren't meant to be like the main event, that are kind of just stowed away into all these chests. You know how academia is, right? Like everyone wants to study everything, but it's like pieces of pottery and like pieces of metal, and nothing too exciting from what you can tell.
This coin.
How far away from this area is the powder magazine?
Not very. You could kind of like most of the really good stuff is towards the front where it can be watched over. There is another guard down there. He kind of appears to be not paying that much attention. It's one of the town guards, not one of the wild guards. And so the main items are more towards the front, and some of those like ephemera items kind of go towards the back. Clearly, farther away from the front of the ship, the less important it is, because there's a bunch of powder back there, and if something were to catch fire,
right,
maybe not the best. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get as close as I can. I've been slowly kind of like becoming more uncomfortable on my feet, it seems, as I go along. I ended up stumbling into the net, and as I do so, I drop the explosive device to set the powder, kind of try to put it in a spot that people won't find.
Cool. Yeah. Make me another sleight of hand check, but make it with advantage since you're doing a little bit of deception with it.
20. Nat 20.
Well, all right. Yeah. So you fall and manage to not hurt yourself. It is not the easiest thing to do a trick fall. And at the same time, you manage to kind of just attach the device to the side of one of the barrels, and in your fall, and it's very well hidden. You think that you're pretty solid on that. You stand back up. The scholar comes over. Oh, are you all right, sir?
Just don't get out on boats much.
Yes. Well, it can be very difficult to gain your sea legs if you aren't used to it.
I do want to some tomes, so I walk over there, open one up, and kind of sit down against the hole, finding an area where, like, I could hide the final explosive device as I'm sitting here reading. Through this tome.
Yeah. So there's like a small chair, kind of next to one of the tables, that is probably for whoever is down here a lot, probably where the researcher sits most of the time. So you kind of managed to do that. Make me another sleight of hand with advantage.
19.
All right. Yeah. You. So as you go, you kind of stretch back and click it into the place on the side of the hull. This is the one that blows a hole in the hull, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to get it in place without anybody noticing. No big deal. Yeah. So real quick. So as you're doing all of that, let's jump back to the other crew. Everyone else on the boat, I need you to make me a perception check.
Ooh. Don't fail me now, dice. Oh my god, I hit like 6
11.
other dice. A 17.
Okay.
An 8 for me.
Whoa, it tells me in my character sheet when y'all are rolling. I'm gonna start rolling through this too because you can see it. It's like a new feature. Is it doing that
Wait, what?
for y'all?
Yeah, I see it.
I don't see
It's a new
anyone
feature.
else's but mine.
Where it
I
says
see yours,
campaign
Ruby.
at the top, it's got like this little red like comment icon there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been
Oh yeah, I see. Like it says Ruby rolled 8.
yeah.
Well, then I
Nice.
should definitely re-roll in there, right? Since I got a natural one.
We should establish the rule that it's okay to use the digital one, but it's also okay to use
Yes.
natural dice because I mean, all of us have like huge dice collection, and I know that my dice will feel lonely if I won't.
Oh
use
yeah,
them.
I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. Like I gotta roll the natty dice. That's like 3/4 of like why we're here is like for the dice
Yeah.
roll.
I mean, but the digital one is also like so nice at the same time, like the
is
animation that they
cool.
are doing, natural and stuff.
One day we'll all have secondary cameras if we want to roll our own dice, and then everyone can see our dice rolls.
It's so fancy.
Support the stream.
Support the stream.
But also,
Sponsor us.
like one day we're gonna play D&D together, like
In
not in a
person?
virtual environment. I hope.
person.
Yeah,
That would
Yeah.
be great.
Yes.
We're gonna do our Gen Con
Absolutely.
live game.
Oh,
We're
we can
super
get
famous.
pizza and bake biscuits.
yes.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Like
We
you
can
guys-
make all the.
Yeah,
Druid fluid.
Yeah.
I'll bring an
Oh,
octopus.
Yeah. So I got a natural one, Conlon.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. What'd you
I
get?
got a
Jonathan?
3. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
We're not even gonna notice that the boat's exploding.
What did you get, Jonathan?
11.
Just like
11?
swim
Okay.
away across the lake. Bye.
Yeah. So as you are kind of on your party barge, what are you all doing?
Partying hard. No, peeping.
Okay.
Yeah, I am trying to be a good first mate. I'm just really checking with Ericos, seeing what Ericos needs, you know? I'm trying to jig the mainsail and
We have a crew.
oh yeah, I forgot we have a crew. Oh yeah, so I'll probably still be doing that, honestly.
They're just like staring at this soldier who's like trying to fuck with the ropes.
Yep.
Erica's just kind of looking at Ash like, no, don't.
Ash
Ashley could-
has like a rope that's just tied onto the mast. Like it's not actually attached to anything. He's just pulling on it.
You know what, Ash? You keep trying. Okay, that's good. You're doing a good job. I'm standing next to the helmsman. I'm just like,
Let him have his
that,
fun.
that direction.
sail's
Just
good.
Don't worry.
Sail is good.
That's great, Ash. Good job. I'm proud of you. Just keep going. It's in that. Yeah, no, it's in that direction. No, ignore him. No.
Standing desk crew. Woo!
Whatever you do, just don't pay attention to him right now. Okay, good job. You're doing great, buddy. I'll buy you a beer later.
Yes. I knew I'd do this.
Cool.
I knew that 3
So,
days of practicing would pay off.
Arithia, what are you doing?
I don't even know. I not looking at things apparently.
Yeah. Okay. And what would Ruby be doing on the boat?
I think she'd want to make an impression as if she's serious about the whole thing and as if she's looking out for people, but in reality she's like probably having like some sword fight or robbing people in her head. So she stands there and smiling and like nodding, completely zoned out and unaware of what's happening around her. I mean, she rolled an 8, so that sounds like correct.
Cool. Yeah. So.
What's Aaron doing? I'm assuming he's here.
And so he's very, very busy, just kind of like keeping everybody in check. He is actually at the helm,
Okay.
steering. He has decided to take that upon himself. So yeah, Kurt, I'm gonna DM you something real quick. I'm trying to get better at like when only one person knows stuff, telling that person so that they can handle it. Although most of the time I feel like that just ends with that person being like, "Hey, here's the thing the DM told me." So I will just DM
do
you.
it creatively. This is the thing that
I heard a
Don't be
voice.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. That's the best. I don't be suspicious. Don't be...
I'm not suspicious at all.
Cool. There you go.
All right, cool. All right. Okay. So let's see. I'm still on the boat. I got my rope, so I'm pulling at my rope, and I'm like, all right. Well, clearly this isn't doing anything. So I'm gonna like look for a different endeavor. Probably search out. See what like everyone else is doing. Ruby, Marwa. Where are they on the boat?
Where are you on the boat?
I am on the bow, searching for whales and stuff.
Looking
I'm
for your
imagining.
novelty.
I was gonna say, I'm imagining Mara and Ruby are just reenacting the Titanic scene.
Ruby's just like,
Ruby's just like straining, holding Mara up.
Yo,
I'm on top of the world.
that's amazing.
Fly.
So yeah, I'm gonna approach Marwa, and then I'll head up to the bow of the boat. And actually, didn't you get like a telescope?
Yes. Would you
Oh,
like
no.
to borrow
I'd
it?
like to try it out.
Away.
Telescope sounds like fun.
Yeah. Check it out, and I give you the telescope. It's really high quality. I think this is like what they use on the high seas.
Yeah. So they've probably had these in the military as well, right? Like they'd probably use telescopes. So like, yeah. So I like whip the thing out, and I'm gonna scan. Just take a look around. Yeah. So like I'll swing through, and then hey Marwa.
Mhm.
Tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, do these look like whales to you? And then
Whales.
I hand her the thing. Yeah, out on the water, like towards the horizon there. Like on the edge of the water. Do you see it?
I peep. No.
I intervene. I push Ash away. No, you will not do this to her. You will not throw her over the board.
No, I really see something. Look, I see something, and I take it back, and I'm like, look, it looks like
Okay.
there's like a couple large
We're-
objects out on the
We're
water.
We're on a lake. I don't think there are whales.
That's a good point.
Mara just starts making like a high-pitched keening noise, just.
Yeah, so I adjust the telescope, and then now I can see that what's actually in front of us looks like boats. So I see a couple boats, y'all, and it looks like they're headed for the Star Chaser, which is the boat that we're trying to blow up, right?
It's Star Chaser Chasers,
Star Chaser,
which means that we must
Chasers.
become Star Chaser Chasers.
We should probably tell Ericos and Rosarius?
Rosarin.
Rosarin.
Sorry.
I can never get that name right. Rosarin.
I love it.
Oh, maybe we should just like agree to use the names that sound like natural things.
I think
like sky
I
water.
think at this point,
Like you remember sky water. It's sky plus water, so it's like an easy
I think at this point, this is just like a character trait of Ash, is that he just never remembers names.
Ever.
He like almost remembers names.
What did I say earlier? Instead of Donovan, Dorian.
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 Yeah.
We meet again, Dorian. My name is Donovan. We've met like 6 times. Sorry.
Please keep this going. Like, I really want you to mess with that.
50 Shades of Arcanium.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna run up to Ericos. Ericos, you gotta see this. Boats in the water
What?
that way, headed for that thing. And then I
Aragos
run
looks
and
over the horizon, just looks back to his area.
grab
and
the
is like,
rope.
Turn the boat. Turn the boat.
I grabbed the
Turn
rope.
the boat.
And I'm pulling on it again. I'm trying to get the mainsail.
Yeah. So Rosarin kind of calls out to the crew. You hear him, shouting boat terms as the crew kind of springs into action and manages to turn the boat. I'm assuming you mean like towards the ships.
Yeah.
So you turn towards the ships. This ship does not have any guns on it. Your current ship does not have any cannons or anything.
word.
So
I disagree.
yes.
Does it have a lookout?
We have no guns. We have a ruby.
Yeah.
And a Mara.
We have the whole.
Yeah, ruby is a sorcerer. So
Does it
shoots magic,
does it
so-
have a lookout though? Like does this boat have like at the top of the mast?
Crow's nest?
Yeah, like a crow's
There's
nest.
a crow's nest at the top.
So I'm gonna take that rope that's on the main mast and untie it and head up the top to the crow's nest with the telescope.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Make me an athletics check.
D&D Beyond. Athletics. Ooh, a 20.
Noise.
Yeah, so I scurry on up there, and I'm gonna tie the rope around the edge, but just keep it there because, or just let it hang down because now that's gonna be my fast way down. And then I just want to now get like a better look that I'm up higher, and I just want to see like how far are we from these boats estimated, and how close are they to the Star Chaser? That kind of triangulate.
So the boats, there are 3 boats in total that you see. 2 small ones and 1 smaller than yours. Clearly not like meant to be like a big ship on the sea kind of thing. Definitely meant for just like in the harbor, quick things. The 2 smaller ones are moving very quickly. They seem to be propelled almost by magic in some way. You can't they're going way faster against the wind than they should be. The larger one it has a very large sail and they've got it cut the right way, and so they are cut right into the wind, and they are moving. They're keeping close pace with the shorter ones. As you look around, they are headed. It is an absolute beeline for the Star Chaser. They have not that you are headed towards them yet, but you imagine that will probably change in the near few
I'm gonna
minutes.
yell down. Does it look like we can intercept, or like if these boats are smaller than ours, would it be possible for us to hit one of them? Are we close enough that like we could? Just hear me.
Theoretically, yeah. I mean, theoretically, you could make that happen.
I'm just gonna yell down. I just want them to know what our options are. So I'm gonna yell down to Ericos hey, there's 3 boats. 2 little ones are headed right for the Star Chaser. We could probably get in front of them, or even crash right into the middle of them if we wanted. And there's a big boy coming up behind them. So I don't know what you want to do, but figure it out.
Crash into them.
Captain.
We probably shouldn't crash into them
know.
because then we
They
won't
do
be
it
able
in
to
the
save the
movies.
people on Star Chaser.
Well, they do it in the movies, and if you hit from the
we will
side.
crash our ship and all die.
No, if you hit with the
This
front
isn't the
of the
movies.
boat.
This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
there are ships that are made to ram. This one is not.
Oh,
But
okay.
Captain, what
It's a
happens if we hit
barge,
those
isn't it?
boats?
no, this one is more like a caravel. But the captain says, "We drown."
That's what I thought.
I don't.
Ash, tie the rope that you have there to the mast. I think you're going for a ride.
Ash is just okay, ties it to the mast. Should I tie myself to the rope or just hold on? What is the plan, Ericos?
How acrobatic are you?
Pretty acrobatic.
When we get close,
A little more athletic, but
I want to
hopefully
see how
one.
good of a swinger you are.
Oh, I see where we're going with this. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna swing onto a boat. I live for this. Okay.
See, I was thinking about doing this myself, and my acrobatics is -1, so it's probably not a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna try. I hope I can use
be fun to
athletics
watch.
because that's what I'm gonna hang on to and try and
It would
swing
be
and
fun
then
to watch.
release myself. Yeah, if I can. Yeah. Well, let's just hope that this
Yeah.
can work.
Does the Does the ship that we're like gonna blow up, do they seem to notice that these other ships are coming toward them?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
They're
gonna
still
pull
running.
out my I'm going to pull out my sending stone and
Oh, yeah.
send a
Good idea.
message to Talita.
Cool.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna do before I swing into the boat is just tell Biscuit to hop into the water and head to it. Well, no, they'd never be able to keep up with that boat moving so fast. Disregard. I'm just gonna leave Biscuit where Biscuit's at for now. Okay. Yeah, and I'm waiting. So now I am up in the crow's nest, like holding on to this rope, and I'm like in my mind, like I'm mapping out like if I jump off the back and like come down and swing around, I can probably get out wide enough to land on a speeding, moving boat. Let's try.
Functions and Dragons to Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I feel
Um,
like worst case, maybe Erisea turns into a giant seahorse and saves me from drowning.
Maybe.
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 Or maybe you just high
So-
five me. Like, the meme. Good job.
Wait, do seahorses have? They have. I guess they have the little fins, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna send a sending stone message to Talita. You have 3 ships incoming.
Oh,
Looks
smart.
like they're going to attack your boat that you're on right now.
I can respond without
I don't
talking,
really
correct?
know
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. That's the extent of the message. I don't know.
Yes, you can respond.
Okay. Thanks. We'll start the smoke soon.
Cool.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah. I was gonna say, what are you gonna do, Talita? What's your plan here?
Do I notice any like? Do I hear at all if they've noticed these boats up top?
They do not seem to have yet.
Okay.
They're still relatively far away. They're coming from the opposite side of the harbor, essentially.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the scholar that's on here. Do you have an inventory list for this stuff?
Yes, I do. Let me see if I can find that for you. He kind of looks around for a second, ruffles through some papers. Oh, yes, here it is. Ship's manifest.
Take it, kind of walk around, checking off the list. As I kind of get at the farthest point from the explosion, I set off the smoke bomb. After like it's created some smoke, just give it like a second. I blow the hole, and I stumble into the site and shout, "What was that?"
So, okay, yeah. So you managed to get all that to go. I'm assuming you have some artificer device that blows up the things when you're ready.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So you managed to kind of start the smoke, and as soon as the smoke starts, you hear the guard say, "Oi, what was that?" And you turn around. All right, he starts heading towards the smoke, and as he walks towards the smoke, you blow the other thing, and the hole in the side of the ship just blows straight out. There now is just a big gaping hole right at the water line. So as the boat kind of rocks a little bit of water seeps in, and then it kind of rocks back. A little bit of water seeps in. It doesn't seem to be perfect, like it's not sinking just yet. But in just
How-
minutes.
How
What's
far
up?
away is our boat from their boat when
Uh,
this happens?
a little farther than it was because you're now heading towards the other boats.
Okay. Shit.
You won't have seen the smoke just yet. It's going to take a while to filter up through.
So, yeah, so the guard kind of is knocked off his feet as you kind of stand back up from being knocked off your feet and say, what was that? The scholar says, oh my, gather what you can. We must get off the boat. And he kind of like grabs a few things. He looks around trying to figure out what he can get. He manages to grab the chest with the scrap of paper. Like he managed to grab like the top of the pedestal. And that's about all he can carry.
I'm gonna go for the chest with the amulet, and like as many phones as I can carry.
Cool. Yeah. So you managed to get the amulet, holding onto that under one arm, and then a couple books under the other, and heading back up.
Yep.
Cool. So cool. Yeah. Domicia also grabs a few things and starts heading up with you. The guard that's on the ground kind of stands up and starts raising the alarm. There's a bell down below, and he starts ringing that really loudly. As you kind of head back up, you notice the ship is now kind of in chaos and disarray. The lack of personnel has clearly been a problem. As you head up the stairs, you notice climbing over the side of the boat are a few pirates. And
Already?
different ships.
Oh,
You
snap.
saw a few of them, or more. And as you look, there are two of the smaller boats that have now reached the ship, clearly like the advanced party meant to go in. They'd probably scout things out, but with the explosion are now very confused as well. And so you can see the one guard that was up there, the wild guard, is kind of starting to begin to crackle with that eldritch energy as he kind of summons up his power and draws his sword and is now engaged with a few pirates.
Holy snap.
What would you-
How close are the boats, and are there did anyone stay on?
So there are 3 boats. Each is kind of right next to the other boat. They have thrown grappling hooks up to climb up the side, like grappling ladders, essentially. And no, there's no one left on them. There are a few people still climbing up the sides as you reach the top.
Can
Do
we
they have
steal the
any
boats?
dinghies or rowboats with them?
Say what?
Do they have any like dinghies or rowboats?
Not that you can see anywhere. As you look around, the only things you really see are the boat you came in on, and then a few of the other boats that were brought by the pirates.
The boat that I came in on, is it on the same side that they came on, or?
Opposite side.
Okay.
Can we get one of those boats that no people are on and smash it into all of the other boats and cause an explosion, taking them all
What?
down?
We're far away from
Oh, yeah.
what's happening with
Well,
Talita, though.
once we cut up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick, load it onto the boat. Let's get this before the stuff off before the pirates can.
Yeah, so the scholar is clearly out of his out of his depth here, and he like kind of looks around. He's okay, and he kind of runs towards the boat and starts loading on the stuff that he grabbed. I don't know what that was. There was like a train sound. Yes, cool. So yeah, you're starting to do that. Let's jump to the. Oh, go ahead.
At some point when I'm on the boat unloading the stuff, I try to time it so that he's either climbing up the ladder or is headed back down to get stuff when no one's looking, and I'm going to pull the amulet out and pocket it.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get that pretty well. Like in the hustle and bustle of everything happening, no one seems to really notice too much. Cool. Jumping back to the party, you are now approaching much closer to the other boats. They've definitely noticed you. The 2 smaller boats kind of break off in formation and come to surround you as you, the captain of your boat, kind of Rosarin, kind of pulls a really nice maneuver where he like swings the boat up alongside as it kind of like grinds up against the bigger boat for just a second. You're very close. And yeah, Kurt, you're doing your thing.
Oh yeah, that is my time, and so I'm gonna leap off from the main mast. Hold on, and try and swing down and around over the big boat and let go when I get over the boat and like
Cool.
roll to my feet, completely
All right,
alone
give me
on a boat
an athletics check.
full of baddies. Not too bad. Not too bad. 16.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check as well.
Come on. Oh, thank goodness I rolled high. I only have a +1 for that, but I rolled a 19, so a 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so you managed to do the the kind of the like rope dancer like trick where they like wind themselves down the rope. You kind of managed to like get the rope under your arm in a much more brute force version of that, kind of just like spin yourself down. You've repelled things before. You kind of know the tactic of like climbing ropes quickly. So you kind of slide down the rope as you go. Kind of burns on your side a little bit, but you have like leather armor, I think, so you're
like
pretty
hide
fine.
armor,
It kind of
I
leaves like
think.
root for a second, but you as you swing down, you kind of manage to just brute force hold yourself on, using a little bit of acrobatics to kind of spin yourself down and do like a nice little flip as you land on the boat in front. And as you land, a number of pirates kind of turn and are like look at you. And clearly just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on?
Do I have surprise because I've got a spell for them? Am I allowed to attack them at this point, or should we skip on and wait?
So
All right.
you will have we're gonna roll initiative now. So everyone roll initiative.
Threw my die on the floor. Actually, I'm
Natural
just gonna roll on the ground.
20.
Dang!
3.
Ooh, I rolled a 19.
Ericos, by the way, you don't forget you have the
Ooh.
gift of alacrity.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, so 20 for Ash.
It'll be a
3 for you, B.
21 for me.
Ruby, what?
I think 3.
3?
Wait, let me just check. Is there plus something to your
Yeah,
initiative?
you should have a plus on your initiative. What'd you roll, Mara?
I just clicked away. I rolled an 11.
Arcia?
So 4.
17.
17 for Arcia. What'd you 4 for Ruby? And you can roll initiative as well, Sim, for Talita. Once you're back, you just disappeared.
Yeah, it does feel like it was such a long time ago when Talita had his rainbow shell.
It does, right?
Yeah.
A shell. God, I can't speak English today at all. Sorry.
Yeah, that was so fun. What a festival that was.
So festive. All of it.
But yeah, I think we started playing somewhere in October, November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really good
Earlier,
at kept this.
September was the one shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, including our
even
one
in
shots.
September.
We're coming up on like 20 sessions,
Yeah.
Wow.
including the one shots, including the one that we did before we started the campaign. I think we're probably at about 20.
I think we are, because we had 2 of those, and there were 2 holiday ones,
Yeah.
and then
And
we're on 16 right now.
So this is our 20th session.
We should do something for like the first half a year
Yeah.
thing, like perhaps like a special like one-off or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Or just like if we're not gonna be in the middle of a lot of things in our main campaign, we can just have something similar to like the Halloween episode.
Yeah. Definitely.
Battle Royale. I want to fight everybody.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do one.
Who
That'd be
would
fun.
win?
Smash, Super
your
Smash D&D.
Yeah, Aristia would win.
Cool. Talita.
2 for initiative.
Come on.
2.
don't want to fight
All right.
any of you.
Cool. So yeah, Ash, go ahead. What you were gonna do?
How are these?
You have your surprise round.
Yeah. Okay. So let me bring this up first, just to make sure I'm doing this right. So I come doing my fancy moves to land on the boat. Yeah. So I wanna like get like in the middle of these pirates, like right in the middle of them, and then I'm gonna do some hand wavy stuff and cast Thunder Wave. And so let's see. Let me cast it. Boom, casted. What do I do? Okay, Okay, so everyone has to make a Constitution saving throw, and so they'll have to beat a spells. What's my DC? Oh, it's pretty low. Oh man, I'm not a good wizard. All right, let's try it anyway. A DC of 12. So if they have a successful, they're going to take half damage, which I have to roll, which is like a 2d8. However, if they fail, they get pushed back 10 feet as well and take like the full damage.
Okay.
So 2d8. 6. Is there a plus on this of anything? No. Okay, so yeah, so 6 points of damage for anyone who fails to save, 3 points of damage for anyone who does, and they get blown back 10 feet.
Okay, 1 second. I just lost all of the
Nice.
rolls here because I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so Constitution saving throws.
They gotta get a 12 or higher.
12 or higher. Okay.
Better have low Constitution, pirates.
Well, the D&D Beyond rolling just isn't working, so let me grab my D20s out real quick.
It's a powerful roll.
What happens if they succeed?
They just take half damage.
Okay, how much damage?
3.
3. Halved? Is that, or?
That's halved. So 3 is halved,
That is halved,
6
okay.
is full, and they get blown back 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so... let's see, this guy takes 3 damage. This guy takes 3 damage. 3. Yeah, and as you, as they get blown back 10 feet, a number of people kind of struggle to hold on. They manage to stay on the ship. You do notice that one guy kind of stumbles over the edge.
That's what Ash does.
And
Yes.
Yes. Points and laughs and draws a
he,
sword.
you hear a splash over the side, but not much else.
Perfect. So I'm gonna. It's still my attack round, right? Well, I have 2. I believe I have 2 attacks, right? No, not yet. Let me see. I need to
No,
check my level.
only when you have. Yeah, it depends too on your like rolls. I can't remember if you can cast a spell and
That's
attack.
a good point. Not until I get a certain. Actually, I don't know. I think I just get 2 attacks. I'm not sure what that means for the wizard. You know what? Let's just go, because let's just act like I don't have it for now, and I'll look it up and figure it out.
Cool. Ericos is up. You are still on your ship.
I was gonna say, how far away are we?
So as you kind of sidled up against the ship and kind of scraped up against them, clearly the crew that you work with has done this before, and they kind of flip over a claw-like device that kind of binds the ships together. As you sail forward together, they cut the sails the right way to keep you on track with them, so it doesn't kind of just rip apart. You are right next to them, like you are boarding them.
So I don't have to really do much to jump across and start swinging?
Not at all.
Good. I'm jumping across, so I'm going to start swinging.
Cool. Yeah, so you manage to jump over. As you do, shockwave kind of like blasts out. A couple pirates come sliding towards you. There are a few near you now.
I want to like bat at one as they come sliding towards me. Kind of like they've been pitched to me and I'm swinging for the fences.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Make an attack.
So I'll go with the one that's nearest to me, I guess, whatever that
Yep.
might look like. Only a 10, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, so that does not hit. As they kind of slide towards you, you bring your hammer up and bring it into their side. They've got quite a lot of padding and some armor. The one that you hit specifically has some armor on underneath. And it kind of just like is absorbed, and you don't think you really do much damage. You only wing them. Cool. Anything else? Bonus actions? Anything?
Let's see if I have anything that's useful. What's this one again? This is no, that's it for now.
Okay. Sweet. So that will bring us to Ash, actually. Back around.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I figured it out. So I don't have an extra attack. I get that at 5th fighter level, but you're right. It would have to be the attack action. And even though it's an attack spell, casting a spell technically does not count. Yikes. But that's fine because now I'm going to attack, but this is an attack, but it also has magic. So I'm going to hit one of these fools in front of me with Booming Blade.
Okay.
Which is like a cantrip, and it's cool because like I do it over my sword. So I run my hand over the sword and just pass the energy into it, and then I'm going to swing, and if I hit, then it's going to do almost something similar to Moonbeam, which is pretty cool. So let's see, that's a 17 plus 5, a 22? Yes, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
So damage is 2d6 plus 3, and then I got to see what the Booming Blade does. So that's 9 points of damage, and where are you, Booming Blade? Okay, so what happens now is there's like a 5-foot cylinder of like booming thunderous energy around that person, and if they move out of it, they take damage. So if they move, they'll take 1d8 thunder damage.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's a cantrip. I can just be like boom blading fools over and over again. So they can't
Every
move.
single night.
Yes.
Did you
Amazing.
roll damage?
Oh, I did. The damage is 9 plus 3, so 12 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, Booming Blade does nothing because as this pirate you kind of like you jump down, cast your spell. You see Ericos take a swing, almost hit. You kind of whip your blade out, run your hand along it. You see this kind of like tendrils of magical energy, almost wind-like, kind of spin around. You bring it around and cleave into the closest pirate, and you just cleave him in half.
Well, it is a big sword. And I just like flick the blood
Okay.
off, and I'm like, lighter next time, or we're never gonna get to try this out.
Nope, just self. Pull out your little dictaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sword weighs
so
almost
then-
as much as you slices people in half.
Yeah.
Make smaller.
Anything else for your turn?
Oh yeah. No, because I just look
Okay.
at, actually, I want to look at one of the pirates. I just literally slice someone in half. At one of the pirates that's in front of me and be like, just jump overboard and I'll let you live.
All right. Make an intimidation roll.
Come on. Natural 20.
How intimidating.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's the night
The
of good
rest
rolls.
of us aren't
apparently.
even gonna get to fight the pirates.
Oh, don't worry. There's a lot of pirates.
And yeah, I'm coming in with the bad rolls later, I'm sure.
So yeah, you look at one, you say that as you kind of brandish your swords towards him, point it kind of pirate, Dread Pirate Roberts style, like drop your blade. And he just kind of looks at you. He like reaches down, pulls out his sword, and just drops it. And then like he kind of looks over the edge of the boat and he just leaps and jumps in. You just hear.
You made him walk the plank.
Cool. So that guy. All right.
Good.
Sweet. Cool. And now I did something wrong there. It's all right. Cool. So yeah, actually, Ericos, the pirate closest to you, looks a little more robust than some of the other ones that you've been fighting recently. He kind of, as you kind of hit him, he spins into your attack and brandishes his sword at the same time in this nice little flourish as he comes around and brings you an attack into your side. And he rolls. Is a 15 hit? Ericos?
Sorry, I'm looking.
No, you're good.
No.
Nope. Okay, cool.
I ain't
So,
close.
yeah, he his first slice kind of misses as you kind of dodge out of the way. He brings it around for a second slice. Same thing, it misses. Cool. Nothing happens there. And That's well, okay, that's his turn. Erisea, you're up.
Okay. What do I see, and how far away is the other boat?
Yeah, you're still on a course towards the other boat. You do see from behind you, the two ships that broke off from this ship have now started to kind of sidle up, and they are in the process of throwing the like hooked ladders up onto your boat to board your boat. The other ship is now very much smoking. You can kind of see it starting to set lower and lower into the water. It's taking a while, obviously, but you got a little bit of time for that.
Okay. I had all these plans, and the pirates came, and I don't. That makes me feel angry. So, I am going to. I'm gonna move over. Do we have any sort of like visual for us? I'm sorry. I just like
of the boat.
battle. Yeah.
I don't. 1 second.
I'm not great at theater of the mind.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So imagine these are not going to be super to scale. If I can, there we go. Get the image. We'll share this in adventuring.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of what the boats are together like. Again, it's not like the most scale image. The boats are much smaller than this, but that should at least give you like an idea of your things. You're also a lot closer to the other boat. You're like side by side with the boat, but you are side by side sailing towards the boat that you were, the Star Chaser.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go over toward where the like hooks and stuff are. Is it like ropes?
The ladders that they're climbing
Yeah.
up. Yeah. So it's like a rope ladder kind of thing that has like grappling hooks on the ends of both sides. So they kind of like roll it up and hook it on to climb up the side of the boat.
Okay. I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
On the whatever section seems to have the most rope. That like it's a 5-foot diameter sphere, and I want to get the most ropes in there that I can, or ladders or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you managed to kind of center that right on the 5 feet isn't enough to hit both ladders.
Okay.
They're kind of farther away from each other than that, but you can definitely like center one of them well so that it burns.
Okay. So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere has to make a dex saving throw, and it ignites flammable objects not being worn or carried. So I assume the ladders would.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me damage.
Okay.
2d6.
Yeah. So that is a 4 and a 2, so 6 damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's actually, as you kind of cast the spell down, so I think Flaming Sphere is affected by gravity, essentially. So you can like push it and jump it and things, but as you kind of cast it down, it kind of rolls down the rope itself. As it starts to singe, you can kind of see the rope catching fire. Some of the planks that kind of make up the ladder part of it begin to catch fire as well. As it kind of just drills straight down, it actually hits the boat below it.
And let me 8. Okay, so what is your spell saving or spell save DC?
14.
14. Okay.
And
So
it's dexterity.
and you said 6 damage.
Yes.
Cool. So one of the two people on the smaller boats kind of leaps off and into the water, narrowly avoiding the flame, but the other one is hit as it kind of like begins to singe. He lights on fire for a second, but manages to jump in the water as well. He does take the damage. Looking good.
And they take half damage on a successful save.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the other one kind of manages to get away with a little bit of a singe, but not looking good either.
Okay, and it seems like the ropes, the ladder's on fire.
Yeah, the ladder, as you kind of watch, it begins to kind of burn up and fall, and so there's just like a little top piece where the flame didn't quite hit yet.
Okay.
That is.
And then it says as a bonus action, I can move it up to 30 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So can I do that on the same action that I cast it on? Like I cast it for the action, and it fell down the ladder.
So yeah.
And then, okay, so I'd to move it over to the other ladder, to the base of it.
So right now it's kind of like burning on the little like boat that they were on. And so yeah, you could try to jump it. I think you can jump it 10 feet across pits, basically. Yeah. And you can move it 5 feet into the air. So yeah, you can kind of like jump it across.
I want to catch the other one on fire.
Okay. So yeah, you jump it into the air and it kind of does the same thing, rolls down. One of the two pirates on that boat is a little further up. You can't quite jump it high enough to get to him. So he's about to come over the top, but the other one has to make a dex saving throw again. So go ahead and roll damage if you want. Yeah, go for it.
Cool. This is a giant fireball, basically.
It's a 5 foot diameter sphere of fire.
Nice.
Yeah, that
because
is controlled.
The elements love me.
Yeah, like an elemental thing.
That's awesome.
It's 8 for this one.
8. Okay, cool. So yeah, you managed to hit the other one for 8 damage. Cool. Yeah, and he kind of manages to hang on to the one piece, but he's not looking good. So the ladder below him kind of burns, and the sphere falls and sits on the other boat now, just kind of burning away there. Awesome.
And I'll just be ready for when that guy gets up.
Cool. Cool. And then we are on to one of the people that you see kind of on the top section of the boat, looking down from where the captain is standing as well on the enemy boat. So Ash and Ericos mainly. You see a man in more like wizardy clothing, so very light clothing. Clearly a practitioner of magic, has a component pouch next to it. It's on his side. As he reaches in, he kind of moves his hands about and casts a spell. As he
That's the siren for the boat.
Yeah.
The boat police are coming.
We live super close to a fire station, so we can.
He kind of like pulls out the materials. A small twig that is kind of singed, and crumples it in his hand, and then releases this bolt of energy, blue energy, that kind of heads towards Ash.
Ducking and weaving.
Let's see. Yeah, that hits. So the bolt kind of hits you like square in the back, as you're, threatening the one guy. You don't really even see what's going on behind you. It hits you square in the back, and does. Sorry, I gotta find a die.
36 points of damage. I hope not. That would actually kill me.
Not nearly that bad. It's only 34.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually my hit points.
Oh no!
You take 8 points of damage.
Ha. Okay.
It's a little itch.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It itches where my arm fell off.
Sweet, and that is his turn. From above, you see another person kind of stand up, and he kind of like jumps over the side of the top deck thing and like lands down by Ericos. Pulls out a long sword, takes a stab at Ericos.
Oh, hell no.
And that is going to be.
No one stabs our paladin.
Does a
Only Ruby's allowed to stab us.
so
Yeah.
as he kind of and he takes the stab at you, but it glances off of you have a shield, right?
Yes.
It glances off the side of your shield as you kind of bat it away. As you do, though, he spins and pulls out his hand crossbow and takes a shot, all kind of in one flourishy motion. And with that, that one hits. He does 4 points of damage as the crossbow bolt kind of whinges you in the side. All right. That is his turn. And we are on to Mara.
Mara.
I immediately go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I
You
rage.
eat a biscuit?
Not yet.
That's after she rages to restore that
Plus
rage
ultra.
point.
Yeah.
Restorative rage biscuit. If I'm not angry enough, I eat biscuits.
Restorative rage biscuit. It's like a spa. Welcome to our spa.
I'm so angry. Thank you.
Right. I just like have a biscuit. You'll feel angrier.
Yeah.
So I feel real mad. You know, I see crossbows and wizard boys. You know,
Wizard
I'm mad.
boy. Sorry.
The whiz kids. So after making some terrible puns, I would like to. What's my position in relation to my friendos?
So did you jump over to the boat? Sorry, I was fixing the
We're
music.
on a boat.
I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
So I can.
So you are on the friendly boat. Two of your friends are currently in the midst of a fight. Ericos and Ash are both in the midst of a fight on the enemy boat. You can jump over to them if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I'm going where the fight is.
Cool.
Gonna protect my friends and beat up some pirates.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there are a number of pirates that are now brandishing swords and kind of menacingly walking towards Ash and Ericos. You kind of jump down and you can land wherever you'd like with them. There are 3 that are not engaged in combat currently.
Okay.
You yell over, Marwa, do the rope swing, it's fun.
Were there any ropes near me? It would be like a really small hop, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
grab a rope and I jump over.
Yeah.
You don't actually swing. I just
No,
jump.
no, go back up the mast. Back up the mast.
Not the time.
Yeah.
Got the axe. All right. So with my rage, my ancestors surround me with their angry protection, and I always forget what that means. It means if I hit somebody, they cannot attack anyone but me without disadvantage.
Yes.
Because my past haunts them. Ha!
Heck yes.
It'd be good for something else. So I'm going to take a great axe swing at the baddie nearest to Ericos.
Okay. So you're gonna. So there's Ericos has 1 bandit. Well, not a bandit. Sorry, pirate on him. And the guy who appears to be the captain as well. But there are also 3 people kind of a little ways away, starting to move towards them. Which one would you like to attack?
So I could try and attack the folks who aren't involved yet to keep them off my friends, but I really want to bring my axe down on the captain's head because
Yeah.
Why
Cool.
not?
Yes. You kind of manage to launch yourself over, get behind the captain a little bit. So go ahead and make your attack.
Always disrupt the chain of command. When there's a captain, that should be the first target.
Bonk. I attempt to bonk. 14 to hit.
Okay. That doesn't hit. Just barely misses. As you kind of whinge off of his armor. You're at. Yeah. You shave a little bit of the hair off his arms. Flutters down.
No, you look ridiculous. So uneven, but
Patches.
all right. Cool. I don't think that I have anything else to do. So.
Okay. Cool. So from the lower decks, out comes a man. He kind of bursts through the door, wielding a light hammer in one hand and a hook in the other hand, very pirate-ish, and
no.
he is going to attack Mara.
Bring it on, Hook.
So
Tick,
that
tick,
is.
No!
So he's going to try to hit you with
Just
the
need
hook.
Abby here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
Unfortunately, it does.
Okay. And that is...
Yeah. What kind of damage is it gonna do?
It'll be piercing damage.
Can cut that in half.
Nice. So it does 5 total, so 2 damage to you. But you are grappled as he kind of like hooks onto you. He manages to get a good gash, but it also grabs onto like your clothing with the hook.
I'm hooked. It's not like a fish. No. Yeah, I am grappled.
Cool. And it's Ruby's turn. You're muted in Skype.
Okay, yeah, I just noticed. So is there anyone within 60 feet of me?
You're on the friendly boat still, and so you could move to get close, but you are within 60 feet of basically everyone. These boats aren't that big.
I'll just stay here and won't like spend any action or anything on moving, and would rather cast Mind Spike on whomever is nearest.
Cool. Yeah. So you see, there are a few pirates. There are a few just like lackey pirates that are milling about. There's the captain, the hook guy, and the one that attacked Ericos, who's a little bit stronger than the rest.
Okay, I'll do the one that's stronger than the rest because this spell has potential of doing a relatively good amount of damage.
Cool. Yeah, that would be the first mate.
Okay, so it has wisdom saving throw of 13.
Okay.
And it still like takes half damage.
Yep. He does not succeed.
Cool. So that's gonna be 3d8 and can't go invisible.
Cool. Roll a d20 as well.
Ooh, yes. Thank you for remembering. So that's a 2.
On the
That
damage
was
or
close.
the wild magic. Gotcha.
The wild magic. Okay,
That
so the
on
8
fire.
one. No, this is 10. I think this one is 8. It's this one, right?
No,
Is
that
it-
is. Wait, is it a diamond?
Oh no, that's a 9. There's a 9 here. Or is it a 6?
How many sides does it have?
10, but there's no 10 here. Where
There's
Yeah, it would be
zero.
the 0.
Yeah, it has 0. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's 10 then.
Damn it! I never get this right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, I think I found it. Okay,
It's
so this one's
the double
clearly the
pyramid.
8.
Back to back.
So it looks like a square from the bottom. Okay, so I'm 3 of those. So that would be a 6, a 6, and a 2.
All right, so 14 total.
14 total.
Cool. Yeah, you hit him. He's hurting. Is you kind of bring your hands out again. The spike kind of forms in your hands for a second. As you then close your hands and clap, you can see it just briefly. This like bit of distortion, right, kind of appears right through the middle of his skull, and he like kind of bends over in pain as it cracks through his head.
I just sliced a pirate in half, and somehow that is like so much more scary. Like the mind spike
Yeah, it's
just
terrifying.
freaks me out. It's so scary.
Mind spike is pretty creepy. It's
awesome.
it's a good spell. Cool, and that makes it a bunch of pirates' turns, I believe. Yes.
Wait, they all rolled lower initiative than a 4?
Then what?
Oh, sorry, my initiative was 4. That's what I'm asking. Did they all just roll like lower initiative than that?
Yeah, they were really low. Cool. So those 2 people are dead. Yeah. So the 3 pirates who are kind of approaching towards Mara and Ericos at this point. One of them goes over to fight Ash as he kind of breaks off. He comes in with his longsword, makes an attack. Does a... Never mind, that hits. He attacks. He does 4 points of damage. And then he grabs the sword with both hands and swings around again, this time making a 2-handed attack.
How dare that?
Rude.
Actually, sorry, never mind. He only makes 1 attack. I had the wrong thing pulled up. He still does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
But, yes. Cool. And then that is his turn. The other 2 kind of start approaching towards Ericos. One of them takes a swipe at you, and that does not hit. So he misses. The other one takes a swipe at you. That does hit. So the other one kind of comes up with his sword. It's a scimitar, and he kind of like swings it around, does like some nice twirly things, and then slices at you. And he does 3 points of slashing damage as he kind of gashes in, like he kind of slices into you, and big gash kind of cuts up your side, just underneath your armor. That guy is dying and in the water near Aricia. So he kind of climbs back up on the boat, onto like the little boat that they have that is still on fire. Kind of looks around and starts to he grabs another just like rope that's at his side, like he's got just like a grappling hook on it, and tries to like swing it up and hook on so he can climb up the side of the boat. But that's gonna basically be his action as he kind of starts to scale the side of the boat. He gets about halfway up, a little closer than halfway up, and that's his entire turn. This guy, so another from below decks on the other boat. Man, all of these bandits rolled like the same. So another bandit kind of breaks through. This one coming up from below deck on the other side as well, takes a swing at Mara, who is grappled, and I believe means he can't do anything. What is grappled? Oh no, you just can't move. Your speed becomes 0. Cool. So he is going to take a swing with his scimitar. That hits. He does 4 points of damage to you with a slice.
So that's 2 total, right?
Yes, slashing damage. So it's 2 total. Yep, with your raid.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he comes up, he sees you grappled and by the bosun, and comes up and takes just a quick slice at you. A little bit of an opportunity attack.
I spit blood in his face.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Next guy. This is one of the guys that's in the water. He's gonna stay in the water. He's really hurt. He kind of floats there for a second. 2 more. These ones are the ones that are over on other boat with Talita, and they are fighting the wild guard. So Talita, as you watch the one So the wild guard is engaged with these guys. They're going to take a slash at him. That hits. As you're watching, they are just kind of pummeling into this guy, both sides, back and forth, back and forth. As he kind of parries a few of them, his armor catches a couple, but he's starting to take some damage just from the onslaught of their attacks. And this one managed to hit him. He gets a nice little like gash into his side. The next one also managed to get a little slice in. But it is now your turn, Talita.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot Caustic Brew over at that group. So it's a Dex saving throw.
Okay. Cool. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I gotta.
Otherwise, they're covered in acid.
Cool. What is the DC on it?
12.
All right. Yeah. So as you kind of fling out the acid, one of them catches you out of the corner of your eye and sees what you're doing and manages to sidestep, and it misses him. But the other two, so the one bandit and the wild guard, are both covered in acid now.
Now I get to see what the acid does to their armor.
Yeah. How much damage does it do?
So for the next minute, they are covered with acid and take 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of their turns.
Their turns. Okay, cool. So no damage to begin with. Cool. Is that all your turn is?
Then I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
Which lets me, for 10 minutes, take the dash action.
Cool.
And I'm gonna dash back and forth and move these artifacts.
Cool. Yeah. So you'll have to dash as an action. Believe. Let's pick up Expedition. I can't remember how it works. Expeditious Retreat. Okay, cool. Yeah. So as a bonus action, so you wouldn't be able to do it this turn because you used your bonus action to cast the spell. Okay. But starting next turn, for 10 minutes, which is forever, like 60 turns, you have, you can do Expeditious Retreat. So
super speed.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my movement to go down back into the hole.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you managed to kind of start to move that way. We're back to Ericos.
Also, sorry, just
you're
point of order. The chest and the tomes that I first brought down are located precariously close to the edge of the boat.
Okay.
For no particular reason. The explosion might knock the chest off into the water, and no one will know what happened to the amulet.
Cool. I'm actually wondering, it is getting kind of late. I don't know how everyone's feeling. We can continue this next time if we want. Just wrap up here real quick. I don't know if you want to do. We're at a good point to stop. Is all. We're just back at the top of the initiative tracker. It's up to y'all.
I am okay to wrap here. I mean, we're coming up on midnight. If you think it's gonna go like a good, decent while on to get through,
there's still a pretty good amount of combat left. So.
Yeah, then I prefer to wrap it up if we can. Although I'm super excited to blow up this boat, but now this just means, hey folks, you just gotta come next week and I'll just blow up the boat.
Come
fight,
the exciting conclusion.
Fight.
So many pirates to
swing
punch.
from ropes. We're gonna chop some people in half. We're gonna throw some acid on them.
I'm gonna turn into a shark.
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Come to the Discord. Come to the Discord and tell us what pirate things we should do.
You need to come
join us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me what I should wild shape into.
Yeah.
Well, we should do like polls. How fun would that be? What should I turn Biscuit into?
Yes.
Let's play D&D.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us for this episode of Functions and Dragons. Functions and Dragons is brought to you by the supportive viewers like you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we
so-
love
And
you.
hornyonmain.shop.
Horny on Main. Check it out.
My old boss used to do whenever we did game nights at the office. He would just pick a fast food place to say that sponsored our night, like, such as.